Daniel, I want you to understand something. If we were professional, we wouldn't give you the light of fucking day.
There are plenty of professional production companies that have YouTube channels. Sure, and that's great. Sure.
Daniel, okay. Let me explain this to Daniel. Daniel, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, calm down. Take a deep breath. Let's. Kaz, no.
I'm calm.
Okay.
I'm calm.
So let's dissect the word YouTube. Okay. We have
for God's sake, what does this have to do with anything?
It's a compound word. You, as in you, the user. Tube, as in a video form site. It is a user-based video form site, meaning it is inherently amateur production. The name says that.
Is this what our debate's about tonight? YouTube?
No, I'm just clarifying the definition of the word because.
Kaz, you're the one that brought it up years ago before I even heard of you. You came at me with claiming I'm a what was? What I actually want to talk about is my advocacy and my work that I do in attempting to change public opinion and attempting to, as some would say, normalize, but I don't use that term, romantic relationships between adult men and adolescent girls.
God, fuck me to death. Really?
I'm going to sue you for for the cost of my fucking therapy after this, dude.
Well, you don't have to be here.
No, I actually do. Like, I legally have to be here.
All right, so yeah, sorry, it was my microphone was muted on the show's end, on my end specifically. So your issue was your advocacy. Okay, what do you advocate for? What's the big deal with that?
What I'm advocating for is that I believe the modern world has fallen into degeneracy, and that people, because of this, think that decent relationships between people like that couldn't exist. I understand that because most people today are moral degenerates. They couldn't have a relationship without.
Not the pot calling the kettle black.
Okay, hold on. So you said degeneracy. What specifically you define as degeneracy?
Like if I say I find a young girl attractive, people immediately jump and think that means that if I try to speak with her, I'm just trying to have casual sex with her, and that isn't the case. that
well,
to me is,
okay.
That to me is degenerate, that people just naturally go there.
Daniel.
Because of freaks like you, that's why.
Yorkie. Matt, Daniel. You're saying, okay, so you're saying that you believe that it is not for a casual hookup, but you don't. You say that whenever you you say whenever you ask the phrase of, or you state the phrase of, that it is okay to find young women attractive. You state that you don't want it to be done in a casual hookup sense. Is sex ever involved when you mention that or advocate for that, though?
I think it's kind of weird that you call it. Okay, I'm just saying. I think it's weird you call it degeneracy, that people have a problem with it, despite the fact that by definition, pedophilia is pretty much degenerate.
Kaz, I want him to answer the question.
Kaz, that's nothing to do with pedophilia, and you know that. You're smart enough to know that.
No,
Daniel.
I know the heart
pedophilia.
of the issue is that you're calling people who have a problem with pedophilia degenerate, which is fucking hilarious because we know what you advocate for.
Has
I
nothing to do with pedophilia. Pedophilia is sexual attraction to prepubescent children.
We
That's the
don't-
meaning of the
Pedophilia,
term.
Are you a
pedophilia,
fucking
Tomato,
anarcho-capitalist?
fucking a child is fucking a child. I don't know. I don't know how else you want to do it.
Daniel,
See?
Daniel,
See?
Daniel,
It's
Daniel,
Moral
Daniel,
degeneracy right
Dan-
there.
No,
Daniel,
it's fucking
Daniel,
stupid.
Daniel. What are you, the fucking? You're playing the classics, homeboy. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that shit
Didn't
since I
around
had
like a year or so ago you brag about having like a 13-year-old girlfriend?
Oof.
Yes. 13 is a teenager. 13 is pubescent. That's not prepubescent.
Is that legal in Baltimore for someone your age to be around a
To
13-year-old?
date a 13-year-old, absolutely it is.
So
it's
it's legal in Baltimore to date a
It's
13-year-old whenever
it's
you're
illegal
how
to
old
date.
again?
It's legal to date anyone. Dating is not necessarily
How
sex.
old are you again?
That's why I said degeneracy. You can't think of any of these terms: romance, love, dating. It's all just sex to you people.
You want to know?
Dan-
You want to
wait,
know
Vash.
why you don't really go around minors and try and do that shit? Because we have laws against it.
Vash, I would like to ask him a true question.
Laws against sexual contact with minors. There's no law against taking a
what is the age of
teenage
consent in
girl to a
Baltimore?
concert
What is the age of consent in
or a
Baltimore?
movie.
What is the
The
age
age
of
of
consent
consent
in Baltimore?
there
16. It's 16.
is 16.
16
Okay, there you
males.
go. You are in your 50s.
Oh my god, oh my fucking
What are
god.
you talking about? I just said. What are you talking about?
Daniel. I have a question.
The age of consent is for sex. The age of consent is not for taking someone to a concert or the movies.
Anyone.
Daniel. Let me. Can I please ask this fucking question?
Yes,
Daniel.
go ahead.
No, if you can or not. Go ahead.
Okay, so you speak a lot about degeneracy, sex. Are you afraid of sex? Because you genuinely sound like the fucking ramblings of someone like Elliot Rodger. Have you thought about shooting up a school?
No, I'm certainly not afraid of sex. I was married.
So you have thought about shooting up a school. You didn't answer no to that one. Okay. We have that on record here. Police, we have that on record.
Any one of you people behaves a lot more like
so
school shooters than I ever have.
Shut the fuck up. Let me
Hold
ask
up,
a question.
boy. I have child abuse clearances, motherfucker.
You post memes constantly of
I need to ask this
people
question. Hold on. I need to ask this
guns
question. So how can you say you hide behind the whole dating thing when you yourself have admitted that your attractions follow into the sex category, given your own little series?
What are you talking about? You're talking about a fictional
your
series
entire
in which
series is erotica, dude.
Your entire series is
actually
sexual
said
erotica,
in
dude.
detail how
It
you
is
were
not.
fucking a minor in your series.
No, I haven't. When
Literally
was this?
every
Daniel,
story.
if you delete shit from the internet, there is ways to find it still. You can remove as much as you like.
Hold on.
Find it
Hold
then.
on.
Johnny, what
Literally.
the hell are you talking about?
Are you gonna let me talk?
Kaz,
Sure.
fucking...
All right, here you go. So the thing is, and this is all archived through a web pages, so it's not like it's it's not impossible to find. The thing is, every story that relates to your self-insert character involves in you having sex with a child
not an
character.
insert character, for God's sake.
Yes, it is a self-insert.
No,
yes,
it's a character that I've played on stage as a magician. It's a fictional character that I've played
as an
actor.
It's a
what are you, Randy Pitchford? What, are you gonna have squirting videos on flash drive?
Wait. So it is a character that you've played on stage as a magician, right?
Yes, as an actor on stage.
Okay, so that is your character, right? Has anyone else played it?
Is Captain
Has
Jack
anyone else played that character?
Is Captain Jack Sparrow a Johnny Depp insert?
No, asshole.
Oh my God.
Fucking answer the question.
Has anyone else played that character?
No, is the answer.
Well, what does that have to do with it?
Oh shit, I've just cracked it. It's D&D for
And
pedos.
you've written
No.
that character.
Answer my questions. Captain Jack Sparrow, Johnny
You've
Depp,
written that
insert.
character into a book, right?
No, I do not write books. I write short stories on
Okay,
a
okay,
web.
you've
Because you're
written
not
it into
talented
short
enough to write a
stories.
book and get published. Because any publisher that would look at your stuff would spit on it, cough on it, and treat it like the plague.
You've written your
Actually,
little
I have
short
been
stories,
published.
which are
Several-
basically love letters to Doctor Who. We already know that.
Yeah, we already know
Several
that.
of my short stories have been published. What are you talking about? You can look that. You can Google that
Dude,
too.
I can eat a bowl of alphabet soup and shit a better short story than you.
Congratulations. Enjoy. I don't care.
Everyone, this is like syphilis in action right now.
I know, right?
I'd rather catch syphilis.
See, everything these people say is about sex. It's about sex. It's about sexually transmitted
And
diseases.
do you want us to just, tell
do you
you
want us
about
to
your
video-
own short stories? Because clearly you haven't read them, even though you type them out.
Daniel, to be completely honest here, I am attempting to interject humor and not completely go horrifically down on you because I don't feel like I want to do that currently. Because being remorseless assholes is tiring. And you aren't worth my time and energy to do that.
Okay, so we need to ask this question. So over where you're at, Maryland or whatever you call it, is the age of
Maryland.
consent. Yeah, let's go with Maryland, okay? So it's the age of consent there is 16, so there's already a violation there. Yes, it also includes dating people. You're in your fucking 50s, buddy. I have
No,
no
that's not
idea what you
include
going. Yes, it
people.
does. Yes, it fucking
Why?
does.
Explain
Because if
that.
anyone sees a what was it for 13-year-old? Was it like fucking around with you in the fucking streets? You honestly think not even the street cops would have an issue with that? Like, of course they will.
No, they wouldn't. God,
Yes, they would. Yes, they
Cass,
fucking
for
would.
God's sake, it's
Hey,
Baltimore.
excuse me,
Listen,
officer.
please,
I'm
please,
just
will you
carrying.
listen?
I'm just taking
Will you
this
listen?
13-year-old
Will you
to a
listen, for
movie. I
God's
hope
sake?
you don't mind.
See, I can't say a fucking thing here. This is Baltimore.
Yeah,
A neighborhood in Baltimore where there are literally preteen prostitutes.
hello there,
on every
officer.
corner.
I'm going to go and have a little movie
so
night with
that's
this
why you like hanging around in Baltimore.
13-year-old Huffy. And yeah, I promise I won't do anything bad. I got a condom, officer. I'm sure nothing long-term will happen.
Wait, Daniel, how do you know the prostitutes are preteens? And also, why do you know this matter?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why would you know this?
Yeah, I mean, that is a good question. Why would you know that there are underage prostitutes in Baltimore?
Because you say
Because,
it now. What are you talking about?
Explain.
It's
I'm
fucking
asking a
just
question, Daniel.
Absolutely.
Act
And I
professionally.
answered the
Explain.
question because you see them on the street corner. It's a city.
Okay, cool.
How do you
Ever
know
been to
they're
a big
preteens?
city in
How do
your
you know?
life?
How do you know?
He
In fact,
sees
I live
them.
in one.
He
He-
sees them.
He sees
Yes.
them.
How do you know
Yeah.
that they're preteens, though?
He sees them from his like cargo van, the white one, with tinted
you-
windows.
Daniel, do you see that many kids day to day that you can spot the age still? Like, that's concerning. I work at a school, and
Now wait a minute.
I
You
can't tell that.
You said a minute ago that the police can.
The police can what?
The police can tell
They
if
can
someone's
tell-
fucking
they can
shorter
tell
than
if
you.
If a girl's 13, you just said that a minute
Let
ago.
me
the
see
police
if
can tell
let
them.
me see if you'll be honest about this shit. All right. Hey, Daniel, were you indoors or outdoors the last time we've had our talk?
Outdoors. And
No, you weren't.
at the beginning of it, I was.
No, you were not. We actually looked into that, and we saw a couple of curtains, a panel,
Yeah,
quite
I
a
don't quite
few
recall in
different
this.
reasons to be
That
that
was
would
behind
show
me.
that you were in.
That was
Also,
behind
hold on.
There's
And
a ceiling
you,
above your head.
there was a
I'll
ceiling
tell
above
you
your.
exactly
Oh,
where I was, and you
let-
can look up the address and see where I was. I was right
Danny,
outside of
Danny,
a place called the Hotel Indigo,
Danny.
which is in the Mount Vernon
Danny.
area of Baltimore. That's
Danny.
why I was
No.
using their.
Hold
their
on.
office.
You were in your mother's house when I called that out specifically. You ran out of your own house, you fucking idiot.
What?
You ran out of your house and showed the fucking door.
It's not even his house. It's his mother's house. He lives off of his mom's dead insurance.
You want
He
to
lives
talk
off
about
of his dead
degeneracy?
mom.
Dead for
Here it
20
is.
years, you fucking son of a bitch.
Whoa, did I hurt your
Really?
feelings?
So
Hold on,
you pay
Bash,
your own-
Bash,
you pay your
Bash.
own way?
Hold on,
Bash.
Hold on. Did I hurt your feelings there?
Don't talk about my dead mother, you faggot asshole.
Why don't you remove her name from the house and put it in yours and then pay taxes?
Okay, how about this? You learn to get a fucking job, you pay for your own bills and taxes, and then you actively like change the name of who owns the house to you. That's all you have to do is actually be a productive member of society. What's the problem?
Yeah.
He's making things up now. See, you can't have a debate.
No, how are we making things up? Your house is in your mom's name, right?
You literally admitted that you live off of your dead mother's insurance, you fucking spaz.
I live in an apartment downtown. What are you talking about?
You admitted to this on the Discord server you popped in and wouldn't join the VC for.
Yeah, that was literally like 20 minutes ago.
That was literally 20 minutes ago.
You live in an apartment. What's the fucking address? Where do you live?
Yeah, where do you live?
I live in an apartment in downtown Baltimore.
I'm saying you live off of your mother's shit. I think it's funny you try to act like you're a big man when this is what you do with your life.
Yes, I do live off of my mother's money. She left it to me.
This is degeneracy right here. This right here is degeneracy.
I mean,
something wrong with that? Donald Trump lives off his father's money. He didn't keep it from becoming president.
You're some child-sniffing asshole. I don't know. Who has syphilis? I don't fucking. You don't matter.
Oof.
It's true. Last time I checked, you're not an hold on. Last time I checked, you're not an actual celebrity. You don't actually have any real talent. Everyone who tries to have a show either desperately does it when they're starting out to let you speak, or goes out of their way not to talk to you, because if they were being really professional, they would never have a conversation with you. Any person in Hollywood that you claimed had associations with, upon getting talked to, said they have no idea who the fuck you are.
That is not what Eric Roberts said.
Eric Roberts said
DanielRumano's. Daniel, Kaz, wait. I want Daniel. Be honest with me.
Ask Eric Roberts if he has something to do with.
He doesn't even know who the fuck you are.
Who promotes child pornography. And Eric Roberts said, I have nothing to do with child pornography.
He doesn't even know.
Nothing against me at all.
Hold on.
Daniel,
hold on.
No, please.
No, let me say it. It's ridiculous.
He literally said on that interview that he had no idea who the fuck you were.
No, he didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
I've seen that video. He didn't say that.
Why should we believe you, Danny?
His exact words were, I have nothing to do with child pornography. That's the only thing he said about the issue.
Catboy, go ahead. Go ahead, Catboy.
Okay, Daniel.
Show me where he said something else.
Daniel, that is, I don't know that knowledge currently. I would like to ask you, can you name me references in the industry to show that you are remotely professional and even tolerable to have on a live show?
What are you talking about?
Give me some references in industry that I can speak to, so that I know that you're not going to say the N-word live.
Look up my IMDb profile.
No one.
Your IMDb profile is a literal meme.
It's like Wikipedia.
It's like
not. Everything on there is verified.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
It is a literal meme. Do you have any idea how many people in the cybersecurity field use it to like promote false information to fuck with their opponents?
Yeah, no.
It's easy to edit.
It's very fun.
I've never heard such a thing. I know that you have to be very careful to put all the proper information, but when a film or TV show was broadcast or released, whatever,
broadcast. Sorry.
So hold on. Are you saying that you know Eric Roberts, the brother of Julia Roberts? Is that what we're saying?
No, I never met Eric Roberts in my life. Will you let me explain this for once?
Yeah, give me references in the field, at least, please.
In the year 2019, I was offered a deal by a man named Tim Chismar, who's a producer in Las Vegas, who wanted to do at least he claimed he wanted to do a film adaptation of my stories. And he claimed that this deal would include Eric Roberts, who's a friend of his, who works with him on a couple of independent films he's done, which you can look up, and that is the case. would play a part in the film. And I considered it, but turned the deal down, but made the clause.
You wouldn't turn shit down if it was ever offered to you. Shut the fuck up. You
Yes, I would. I would turn down
Either
any
you have the ego the size of a planet, or like, dude.
Okay.
You would never turn down a fucking deal ever.
Wait a
I
second,
would
guys.
turn down any deal that doesn't give me the proper creative control.
Well, which of these shorts was it that they wanted to do then?
Excuse me?
Which one of your short stories did they want to adapt?
Which one?
What it's a feature-length movie. It would be based upon several of them, like the film that I'm doing.
Okay. Now give me. Okay, could you give me some examples? Do you have any archives of this conversation? Like, I want.
You can just Google my name along with Tim Chismar. You can see the interview he did for me that was originally published in First Comics News.
Okay, I will look into that, but I don't. Could you link information? Could you please provide information? Because when you make these allegations
yes, but when I link, Chaz says I'm trying to honeypot people.
No, you aren't, because everyone in here at least has some experience in cybersecurity and can spot a fucking IP detector about 30 years away.
Crazy conspiracy theory nonsense. You come up with a little personal conspiracy.
You okay, boy? You want to go to a fucking technical college for 3 years?
That all of us.
I love he calls me conspiracy theorist, even though I go to a technical colleges and I actually go through technical certificates.
This is like Joe Biden fucking talking.
Yeah, it's like an old man who doesn't understand technology is trying to preach to me about actual knowledge that isn't a conspiracy theory. What are you talking about?
You say I don't understand technology before you said I have plugins.
I flat out told you what my career profession is going to be, what I'm going to schools for years for, and you honestly think like, oh no, it's just conspiracy theory. That's not how it works. You're an idiot.
That's not how it works, Cass.
Use all this technology.
Let me create erotic short stories for minors, you son of a bitch.
What?
Is that better? Is that a better fucking phrase, Danny? That you like creating erotic short stories for minors? Is that a thing?
There's nothing erotic.
Or with minors involving it, you fucking. And you call us a degenerate whenever you have main characters such as Amber Alert?
Nigga, a character was called Amber Alert?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a joke.
What? Dude, you can't joke about that. That's like kind of...
You can joke about anything.
It's psyops.
Oh yes, I can joke about your dead mother.
Oh, but we can't joke about your dead mother who's probably rolling in the grave like a fucking Ferris wheel because of the child that she had to spawn. She's probably in hell right now over all of the degenerate shit that you've done, going like, "Oh my god, why did I fucking spawn that?"
Daniel.
Million sperm that made it through your mom's egg. You had to be the fastest motherfucker to make it to the egg. Really?
Daniel.
See,
I have a joke about your mother here. I'm pretty sure she's glad she died because she wouldn't have wanted to deal with you anyways.
Okay.
The sweet release of death was the only release that your mother had to liberate herself from you. How does that make you feel?
Do you feel hurt? Daniel?
No, that is not hurt.
Are you sure?
My mother died of cancer almost 20 years ago.
Cool.
Yeah, I had to get away from you.
No, because she had cancer. I hope it never happens to you or anyone that you love. I honestly do.
Too late.
A bit late now.
There's quite a few people that I have that are friends that have died from cancer, but you know what?
They weren't like
Mom,
they weren't like
by you existing, your mom's a fucking disappointment.
Yeah, clearly that cancer was sent as God's punishment for her failures.
I'm surprised you don't have cancer, honestly. That would be the only justice. Sorry, can you say that again, Gage?
Go ahead, Gage.
You know what the one thing that kind of puzzles me about what he said like a few minutes ago? Is
What?
the fact that when people start dating,
Get
when
six
people date,
people
they're more or less
here,
trying to see
drown
if they're
me out,
compatible
keep
for a
me from being
long-term
able to
relationship.
Daniel,
anything.
shut the fuck up. This is a
Then
panel
people
discussion.
are
going
Ask.
to say,
into
see, he
a
tried to come
casual
out with
relationship
us.
where
Daniel,
You
shut the
guys are
fuck
asking.
up!
might
God
get
damn.
physical if the relationship goes long
Every
enough.
time.
That's why adults shouldn't be dating children.
Daniel, I will find where you live,
Because
and I
it
will
has the
fucking.
potential to get physical if things go on long enough.
Ours
sorry.
only fighting gangs.
How are you almost 16?
Daniel, I will
You don't
go
get
by
back?
myself, find where you live, and I will attach a jumper
boy.
cable to your
Yeah,
testicles.
boy. Let
Do
Gage
so.
go.
Do so.
Gage,
I
I want your
welcome it.
question again. I want to hear it.
I do too.
All right, hold on. Let me adjust my microphone a little bit. My stand's sitting a little bit ways. Let me close my door too, so the AC isn't blasting. The humidity has been a bitch since it's been raining for like almost 4 straight days. Now, here's the thing. This guy says, well, dating, well, here's the thing. When people date, it's because they are more or less trying to see if they can actually develop a long-term relationship. People, like, now, it's not necessarily always the case, but usually when people date, they more or less have, it's like an unwritten implication to both parties that if they're involved long enough, things will get physical. I don't understand how you do not understand that, considering the fact that you yourself have been you've been married once, if I am to trust your word at face value, and before you were married to the ex-wife or the wife, whatever like the situation is with that, there was
Hey, you
most
want to look her
likely
up? Her name
like
is
a dating
Stephanie
relationship
Felinsky.
before then that led up to
She's a
physical
politician
intimacy.
in
So like
Minnesota now.
it's the same principle, except you're trying to put someone that doesn't understand
See, I
shit in
can't
a
even
situation
talk.
with someone that
All
does.
right, Danny boy, this is exactly why no one wants to have a debate with you.
Daniel.
We're trying to give you an answer on their side, and you're not even fucking listening. You're
Okay.
not even trying to have that conversation. You keep butting in. This is exactly why no one would entertain it, because there's nothing. There's no
6 people here.
Let me talk, you fucking
If I wait for
spastic
everyone to stop
pedophile
talking,
fucking
I never
spur.
say anything.
I don't give
We've
a
all
shit.
been taking our turns, you ignorant cunt.
What?
I would like to let this one hang themselves by their own rope.
I am fully aware of that. I do not
Allow
care.
me, please.
All right, sure.
Daniel, when Gage is asking you a question, and you claim to be you were interrupting him.
A question is not several paragraphs long.
Yes, it is.
Can be.
It can
Like
be.
anything can be a joke, including your mother.
Fucking context as to how one is different than the other, to level up the context to better form the situation, thusly giving you a reason to respond in a more pointed manner so we get an exact answer.
That's
this
debate.
guy.
That is a debate.
That is a debate, yeah.
That is a debate.
It
You want a
is.
debate?
A debate
Gage.
literally is structure. What are you talking about?
Gage, take it away.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like I'm gonna need a drink after this.
Okay.
Okay, well here's the thing. Now, what I said was, if your hearing has not failed you yet, and no, I legitimately am questioning if he can or cannot hear me, so that's not even a joke at his expense. I am fucking really wondering if he can hear me.
Go ahead.
Now,
yeah,
what I'm saying is, my thought is,
Amazingly,
my
I have
connotation
great
here is,
hearing after
I fail to understand
years
how
of
a grown
blues,
man
rock and roll,
who
and
is
all.
I know
married.
you're old and you're drifting, but let's listen. Let's put on our listening caps. This is the third fucking time that somebody's had to answer a question. No, Danny. You might have a little bit of you might have some mind issues, and you might think that you're 13 or some shit. Yeah, psychological fucking issues, because you seem to be rambling more than fucking Joe Biden does. So, I'm here to just remind you that Gage was, continuing what he was saying, so that way you could actually listen to it and make a coherent thought. That's really, really fucking hard for you to do.
What is the question?
I'm asking you to just concentrate on what the fuck Gage is saying.
Go ahead,
Can you
Gage.
do that? You do that?
Go ahead, Gage. Do it.
Okay.
Rip out the Band-Aid.
My question is this. Most people, when they date, whether they be a teenager or a young adult or even adults now, when they date each other, when they're entering a dating relationship, whether it be a casual one or one that they more or less automatically start out with some sort of long-term goal, like the thing is, physical intimacy is almost more or less implied when the relationship is eventually going to reach that point. Like the whole concept of quote dating someone who's like 13 when you're 60 something or 50 something or even over the age of 18, even 18 no less. Like it doesn't matter what personal views you hold on it, because at the end of the day, one of these people obviously knows way more, is a lot more experienced, knows better. The other one doesn't. And I just don't understand, like, where exactly does this logic come from when you try to say, well, dating does not imply sex? Like, dating does imply sex, provided the relationship goes long enough. So I don't understand why it's degenerate or depraved for people to say, yeah, people fuck when they date. That's not degenerate. That's how young adults and people even in their 30s and 40s behave today. Like, I don't understand why that's an illusion to you.
You're giving your opinion. I didn't. What exactly is the question?
That was the
My question
question.
is, how do you decide what is and is not a dating relationship, considering the fact that almost everyone that's in a dating relationship, more or less, has the implication that sex will eventually be a thing?
Well, for one thing, I'm not almost everyone. I have my own views on the subject.
Bullshit.
And many other
Usually
people
just involve
do as well.
grooming before
Bullshit.
fucking, right?
Your entire fucking literature, history of literature is like every story you passively have a relationship with someone, then you fuck them, and they're always a child.
Daniel, also,
Daniel had a story about having sex with anyone.
Daniel. First, may I refresh your memory? You said that you would like to advocate for older people dating teenagers, correct?
No, advocate for the acceptance of it.
Yes.
Whether people do it or not, it's their own choice.
Yeah,
Correct.
That's like
correct.
Gambler, right?
But no, let me hear that. But you then said you are not other people. When you advocate for something, you're assuming a generalization. Therefore, you're advocating for what you yourself believe. If we take Gage at his word, you understand that now. That do you want to take back that phrase that you would like to advocate for the acceptance of that?
No, I don't want to take it back. Why should I take it back?
Because you said you are not most people. Therefore, you are implying, because when you advocate for something, you are saying the general population can do this. It's not an individual thing, my dude.
No, I'm saying the general population should do it. I'm not saying they shouldn't do it. I'm just saying that they shouldn't.
You're saying it should be accepted.
No, I say that means they shouldn't be immediately judged as being something wrong or something immoral or something criminal if they do it. You should look at people as individuals.
How? What do you mean by
in what situation is it justified for someone that's like 40 years old to date and fuck someone who's barely half their age, if not even a quarter of their age?
Why does it have to be someone in their 50s going for someone who's 13? What the fuck?
I didn't say anything about. I said adult men and adolescent girls. I didn't say any specific ages.
That's because you're trying. No, hold on. It's because you're trying to be vague and weaselly about it. We all know what you're into. We all know what you're advocating for.
You have no idea what I'm into.
You call yourself a pro-contact map. You fucking spaz. What are you even on about?
Called myself that.
Yes, you did. You have always called yourself
one of
that.
Your, hey. Well, Fat Boy.
Yep.
You look into the archives and show him his own profile while I go ahead and describe.
What would be the profile?
Twitter profile, sure.
Tumblr, Twitter, all that.
Oh, okay. So now you're admitting that you did have that you were a pro-contact map, correct?
He just did, yeah. He just
yes. But not
yes, you labeled yourself as that, correct?
Not the way you meant.
You labeled yourself.
Then explain us what the fuck you mean.
What does pro-contact mean to you?
Oh, that was going to be my next question.
For me,
pro-contact mean to you?
Pro-contact would mean in a consensual relationship, and that would mean in a world where legally minors or adolescents, I should say, because I'm not talking about prepubescent children. Yes, I believe that attraction to prepubescent children is a mental illness. I do not have that. I never have.
But then,
I do believe in advocacy for romantic, loving, committed relationships. I don't believe in advocacy for necessarily for casual sex. I don't judge other people if they do that, but for me, I was taught by my Catholic upbringing that it's a mortal sin, and I don't do that.
Oh, you're a Catholic. Now it all makes sense.
So we're quibbling. So
Hang on, I'm not only Catholic, I'm Greek Catholic. We're very devout.
So we're quibbling over the definition between
the cross the right way around and everything. You know, was Ios Pneuma instead of Spiritus Sancti and all of that. You know.
We're quibbling over pedophilia versus ephebophilia. That's what we're all
semantics.
about. It's the dumbest shit ever.
It reminds me of the time I had to deal with fucking anarcho-capitalists who ironically advocate for fucking child sex slavery. Daniel, do you want to sound like people who advocate for child sex slavery? Then don't fucking say that. Admit it. Be a fucking man.
Well, in the first place, hebophilia does not exist.
Ephebophilia, you fuck.
Hebophilia is also a...
Hebophilia is 11 and 14. Ephebophilia is...
Hey, I'm Greek. I know how to pronounce it. I'm Greek.
I don't give a fuck what you are. You
tell me how to pronounce Greek. That's stupid.
Okay, Joe Biden, calm down.
She's telling a Greek how to pronounce a Greek word.
Well, no, she's telling somebody that's mentally inept how to fucking pronounce a word.
Mind if I say
were you ever diagnosed with Down syndrome, Daniel?
I mean, I think it's syphilis.
Hold on, real quick. I gotta say this because someone's putting out it's a requirement. It says $5 from Tyler, excuse me. Here's some shekels for you, bro. Just got to see the Spurg out. Thank you for the $5.
Oh, wait, is this live?
Yes, this whole thing has been live the entire time.
Cat boy.
All right, can I say something now?
Yes.
Okay, now given the current divorce rate in the United States is like something fucking crazy, like 50%. Like, what if grown adults or people like in their early 20s, for example, can't maintain happy, healthy marriages? What in the fuck makes you believe that someone that's like 13, 14 can marry someone that's like 20, 30, 40, 50 and then somehow have a sustainable marriage when they don't even know who they are yet?
The fact that was the norm for most of human history.
When people died in their 40s and they didn't have proper medical technology, and back then giant magical skymen were used as threats to marry people, otherwise you'd be stoned to death or burned or tortured if you didn't.
Exactly.
Okay, so can I just bring up the fact that DanielRumano's just shut his mouth as soon as he realized that the show was live the entire time?
No, I
really, like, what actually makes that statement, what actually makes these types of relationships seem functional, considering the fact that there's a huge difference in maturity emotionally and mentally between the two parties in that particular type of relationship?
Okay, Gage, do you feel the same way about a relationship between, let's say, a wealthy person and a poor person? Or between a person...
Money is a material thing, whereas
are you trying to make a classist argument?
Or
I think he is.
You know, a person who has a
university
degree.
Daniel.
Wait. I want to hear what he has to say real quick. No.
Okay.
Go ahead, Daniel.
But I would like to ask, as the resident communist, can I bitch at him afterwards?
Yes.
Okay.
Afterwards.
It's a one at a time thing, all right? You go after Vash, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, whenever it you're trying to relabel it as class type, but I actually want to ask. So the house that your mother owned, that you're still residing in.
Yep, he is.
No, I'm not.
You're still collecting checks off of her while you're 50, which is to your own admittance.
What the hell are you talking about? I lived in an apartment in Baltimore, for God's sake.
Oh.
I've never owned a house in my life. I sold the one that my mother left us. I split the money.
What is Lolly Hunter?
Lolly Hunter was a website that was connected with Nathan Larson's bullshit. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it's a pedophile website. What did that website do?
Excuse me?
What did that website do?
What did it do? Websites don't do.
What purpose did the website? Okay, maybe that's a little bit more complicated. Let me break this down to you, Mr. Movie Star. You should probably know about how all of this type of shit works. You see, whenever you're making a business,
if you're trying in a roundabout way
to fulfill a need,
I'm perfectly willing to do so.
No. We're not talking about that. I'm asking you what
he's in the hospital
purpose
right
of
now,
Lolly Hunter was. So what was its purpose? Why was it created?
I have no idea. I didn't create it.
You're a part of it, aren't you? You were a member, right?
I was. It doesn't exist anymore.
Well,
all right.
Let's see here. So you were a member of this, right?
Yes, I just said that.
So, could somebody please inform me of what Lolly Hunter was and
I'm
was?
also a member of Twitter. That doesn't mean I agree with everything.
No. We've already gotten you saying that you have your own membership and everything. So, what was Lolly Hunter, guys?
It's a pedophile website. It's pedoform, similar to rapey.co. Same place.
Speaking of which, boychat.org.
Oh, so you were a part of boychat.org, weren't you?
Yep, there's a screenshot. I just posted it.
Sure, I have some friends there now. Sure, there's some good people there. There's some nice people there.
Funny that you admit to it once we got you
there. You guys mind if I respond to the shit he was trying to ask me?
Well, but that doesn't mean I judge.
Give it a minute. Sure.
Another thing I was brought up in my upbringing is you don't judge people.
I don't care a fuck. You clearly judge people.
I mean, you have to be a person for that to work. Just, enough.
See, you can't say anything logical. You just say some mindless thing.
Through our perception. Okay. You're Catholic, right?
Hey,
Catholic, right?
Okay, calling me Joe Biden is a great man. He's a good president.
He's a fucking nonce.
And I am not a Democrat, but he's a good man.
He's a great man. He sniffs all the kids. I want to be like that.
Oh, stop it.
Same dude with the makes gas.
It's not wrong though.
Bullshit.
It's not bullshit. He literally does that, including what
there are pictures.
Including what he did. You remember what his son did with all those pictures on that laptop?
Give him the gun.
So we're going to go the Hunter Biden route now to change the subject?
No, it's not change the subject. It's still relatively in the same place. Also, why do you keep asking on certain chats whether or not a 13-year-old girl or a 10-year-old sister was so if your 10-year-old sister was getting boned by 40-year-old, you wouldn't care and say it is biology.
Jesus Christ.
No, I would tell her.
For being a Catholic, whenever Jesus said, "Oh, children, come unto me," that's not what he fucking meant, dude.
You guys mind if I say something?
Yeah,
sure.
Okay, he tried to bring up the whole monetary status and the college degree. Well, here's the thing. Even for example, if someone has an engineering degree and their partner doesn't, that's not an unfair relationship if they're both adults who have both been alive and dated and been alive at least long enough to actually suss out if the relationship's healthy. That's not the same thing as someone going after a legitimate fucking idiot kid that doesn't understand shit about the world. And the thing about the whole wealth versus poor thing, that's a materialistic perspective. That's not the same thing as life experience and intelligence being divvied out through experiencing and understanding things. That's
I have news for you, Kaz.
And quite frankly, it's an insult to my intelligence and the intelligence of every motherfucker in this room. So don't you fucking dare.
I have news for you, Kaz. I'll tell you a little story. I remember a couple years ago, it was during the pandemic, at the beginning of it. I had a wonderful, beautiful conversation with a 13-year-old girl on Instagram about ancient Greek poets. She had read Homer. She had read Hesiod. She had read all of them. You see, 99 out of 100 adults these days.
My
have not read
God,
that
she
type
was a
of
part of the gifted and talented program.
Okay,
They
hold
lightly
on.
breeze through all of those.
Super.
No.
She
I
was
want to
so
hear him.
mature for
Well,
her age.
Shut up. I want to hear him out.
So was I.
Continue, Daniel.
I got my high school diploma when I was 14, and I wanted to go to university to become a professor of Greek and Latin literature. I was not allowed to do that because they said I was too young. So I told them to go to hell, and I ran off and joined the carnival, and that's what my life has been ever since.
I thought I was bad at lying.
For God's sake, everyone knows this. You can look it up. You can hear when I was on the Bob Larson show. How do you think that came about?
I don't care. What the fuck is this?
Fuck, he's a
Larson was
magician, you guys.
He's a magician. He makes the pussy disappear real quick.
That's where I learned to do a magic act as well in the carnival. What are you talking about? Everyone knows this.
The children disappear.
No.
Yeah, you make children disappear, don't you?
They all run like hell.
See, if you can't answer an argument, so you just come up with nonsense.
You see, Daniel, you reminded me of this dude. His name is Randy Pitchford. He's a great guy. He runs Gearbox Entertainment. You see, one night he's a musician not musician. He's a magician as well. You see, one night he was at a medieval times. You know, very very nice establishment. He accidentally left the USB there. And he claimed that the videos on there were to learn magic. And he was studying these girls and their ability to the magic that required them to be able to squirt. Are you that kind of magician, my dude?
See, all this wasted time just to say some bullshit. Would you stop it?
Welcome to the internet. Have a look around.
Right, then, do you mind if I say something then that actually might move things in some direction?
Go for it, Gage. We're ready.
Now, here's the thing. You support relationships between people who are like 20, 30, 40, so on, with people that are basically teenagers. They don't understand shit about the world. Some of them might not have even been in like any romantic relationships whatsoever. They might not understand jack shit about anything yet because you're still figuring out who you are in middle school and high school until you're a young adult where you kind of have a glimpse of where you might be going. But the thing is, though, how do people like this, for example, determine what, for example, might be emotionally abusive or mentally abusive or maybe even a sexually abusive relationship if they themselves are more or less placed in a situation where they have no real say in things? Because at the end of the day, the adult has all the power and all the authority, and they have none because they are not legally mature enough to make a lot of decisions.
Key word there is legally. That needs to be changed. Key word is legally. That needs to be changed, and it will be changed.
What do you mean it will be changed?
No, it won't be changed just because of some pedophiles' desires.
Psychologically, emotionally, or sexually abused if they don't understand what this person is doing to them because no one's actually sat down and explained to them how a relationship is. Because in this situation, they're usually when you talk about relationships between teenagers and adults, they're kind of railroaded into it by the adult because they like the attention, even if they don't understand why they're getting it.
All right, so we got Vermin Blen in here. Since you guys just popped in, feel free to express what you have to say.
Well, I was going to say a part of the reason the laws are set the way they are in terms of consent is a lot of it is based off psychology. We know from a psychological standpoint that children are not developed in terms of maturity and like in regards to sexuality like that, nor, especially if they're younger, are they physically ready for that sort of activity.
No, I agree with that last point. That's why I say I don't believe in prepubescent.
Okay, but it still applies to the emotional side. An adult has far An adult is far more matured and has far more experience under their belt compared to a child or a teenager. They know far more about the world and how relationships and friendships work. And so a relationship between an adult who has this experience and can use that experience to manipulate and guilt and bait a child into a relationship isn't fair to a child who really has not experienced anything in life.
And that this suddenly all changes when they turn, what, 18? Is this what you're saying? That suddenly all changes.
There's not a sudden change, but as you're reaching 17, 18, 19, your brain is maturing more. You have a little bit more of experience in the world. When you're younger, 13, 14, you're still in middle school. You haven't experienced shit. Have you talked to a middle schooler, like, outside
Well,
of your weird fantasy relationships?
Now, you weren't here a minute ago. I got my diploma when I was 14, so that's not always the case. And I was just talking about how I had a
You do realize that, like, intelligence in terms of academics does not match intelligence in world experience, correct? You can be intelligent, you can be an intelligent child who understands things from an academic standpoint. That doesn't mean you have the life experience and knowledge of an adult. I was a smart child too.
Thank you.
Doesn't mean I was ready for relationships with some weird 40-year-old who was far more advanced in that regard than me.
Yeah, when I was in middle school, like I'm sure a lot of people we're more into playing video games and hanging out with people who are in our friend group. Whether that might happen to be, there was like no, like if some weirdo in their 50s or 40s was trying to hit on any one of us, it would look weird, and everyone would call that out publicly for what it is.
That's about sex, Cass. That's not what I'm talking about.
I said hit on. Okay, see, the thing is, you're trying to deflect the conversation with this over something. Yes, you are. I am clearly pointing out a form of reality that happens, and you're trying to like, oh, it's all about sex. No, we're arguing specifically. If you're trying to get involved with a kid, people will see that, people will question that, and no one would be into that unless they're already like dealing with some fucked up shit from a previous
I haven't had that
family
experience.
dynamic that encourages such behavior.
I haven't had that experience. People in public, I haven't had a problem with it. As far as any time I've been on a date.
So wait, you never had a problem with hitting on a kid? So wait, is this like a thing where it's just like you did hit on a kid?
I thought we were talking about dating.
When was this? When was this? Explain to me.
You said if an older person was dating a younger person, all these people would see.
I said hit on. I said hit on.
But also from an outsider perspective, say you're on a date in public, most people are probably just going to think that you're their dad or some sort of male relative. They're not going to jump to the conclusion that you two are on a weird date.
Yeah.
Which is probably why they don't say anything unless they see you start smooching her face in public. That's when people would probably be like, "Excuse me, sir, what the fuck are you doing?"
This man is so mad he has erectile dysfunction. He is so fucking pissed.
It's just ridiculous.
Now, Cassidy, I do not have erectile dysfunction.
Properly, just ridiculous.
For God's sake, Cass.
So,
I'm just saying.
Mr. Romanos, I have a question. I would like to. This has nothing to do with the children or anything like that. I would like you to tell me about Jim Forrester.
Jim Forrester was a drug dealer in Baltimore. You can look him up right now. He was also a so-called priest of the Church of Satan. Google that. Just Google the words Jim Forrester along with Church of Satan. You'll see the tribute that they have to him on their website. He was involved in the drug trade and trafficking prescription medications illegally from West Virginia into Baltimore. And he was making a deal with some gang guys out in an alley in Baltimore and got what was coming to him. That's the Jim.
So is that why you mentioned him in your book? You used him as an antagonist in your book.
It's a short story, not a book.
Oh well, okay. I'm paraphrasing.
All right.
And you're saying he got what was coming to him because a man sold drugs and was apparently tied to Satanism.
Well, Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community.
You're concerned with the safety of children. Drugs harm children.
Was he selling drugs to children or was he selling drugs to adults?
And did he not start a youth outreach program where he was working with children, trying to uplift the community?
The Satanic Temple does more for children than you could ever do in your life, sir.
Satanist, for God's sake.
Now,
wait.
No, hold on, Verm, wait, hold on. On that same note, you're saying you're accusing him of being a member of the Church of Satan. Did you yourself not purport yourself to be a member of the Church of Satan at one point in time?
No, you don't understand. That was an act he put on for a show. But at the same time, he'll sit here and bitch about satanic panic and morals and how the satanic panic was stupid, while he sits here and accuses a man and complains about him being apparently tied to a Satanist church. How's that not hypocritical? Beats me.
I wanted to hear it from him, but I mean that's a good.
I'm not saying anything against him being a Satanist. That's his life. That's not my business. But he was a criminal. He was a drug trafficker. And yes, a lot of those drugs, once they get into the big city, they end up going to children.
Says the man who wants to date a child.
So you think laying dick in children's any worse than giving them drugs? I would argue that's a little bit more emotionally damaging.
I already said I don't do
Hold
that.
Hold on. Let me read, guys. Let me read a certain comment he made some years back. It's called manipulation, old chap. Kind of like grooming. I'm an expert.
I don't like where this is going.
If you do take the time to read any of his,
hold on.
Let him talk.
Let me talk. I'm the host of the show. For fuck's sakes, like Jesus Christ, people. So you go on about dating people or whatnot and making it like non-consent, like non-sexual, but look at these statements that we have on you. Just like looking up your name and all the archives we can find. It's very telling. It's very, very telling.
There are quite a few comments that can be taken in a sexual manner when you start looking into that.
There was him calling someone on here's sister sexy. I believe he said something about like spending the night with her or something along that line.
Check out my interview on Map Issues. This guy, this was like on the Virtuous Pedophile Tumblr page, by the way. Though we disagree on some points, I am a pro-contact pedophile, girl lover, and believe that children can consent. I would be very interested in your comment and wish you the best always.
Now, you can't be telling him to shut up when it's something that came from your own words.
No, it wasn't. I did not post
I'm
that.
a professional.
On
I'm a professional stage magician, an author of the sci-fi mystery series, and a proud heterosexual hebephile interested in girls from 11 to 15 for safe, fun, legal, consensual, non-sexual, romantic dating Baltimore area, but often travel on tour.
If I actually posted that, it would lead to my website, and you know.
I don't care. I've told people not to go there anyway, and if they're dumb enough to, that's their problem. But the issue.
Why don't I make a pair of your website?
Danny, I'll give you this. You're really good at marketing. You always have that website and the links to your books and your stories all over everything that you post.
It makes it really easy to track you.
I learned that when I was a carny. That's the way you do it.
Too bad it's a shame the same five pedophiles sit there and read it and circle jerk each other over it.
You gotta bring in the mark. You gotta get the others of your kind in. Y'all gotta stick together.
Market to your audience.
Blaine, you're forgetting they don't even like him. He's been banned from like 5 sites because even other pedophiles can't stand his narcissistic ass.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah.
Didn't you get banned from Rapey at one point?
I'm not a pedophile. I don't agree.
No, I'm sorry. A hebephile. There's such a difference.
We're splitting hairs.
What are you fucking daft?
Semantics.
That's like saying he's not a rapist. He just knocks people out and fucks them while they're unconscious.
Excuse you, I only roofie girls on the weekends.
You're quibbling over bullshit.
Pedophilia does not exist.
So your
Wait, what?
Contact map
Hold
that you
on.
totally won't contact.
Whoa, wait a second. Hebephilia doesn't exist. However, you describe yourself as one. That seems a little
Yeah, you have. We do have screenshots of it.
Sure, I did that on Twitter. That's what you mean.
So you've labeled yourself as that.
your 13 Facebook accounts
I
keep getting banned?
I actually quite like the word pedophile, but I know as a
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Because it refers to Greek mythology, which has always been.
Did you label yourself as that?
You know what the Greeks like to do? They like to fuck kids.
Finally, someone mentioned it.
I mean,
I am a Greek, so I would know.
so
Oh,
you just
wait
admitted
a minute.
you're
Wait a minute.
Sure you fucking would. Holy shit!
Jesus
Cool.
wept.
Yeah,
There is no
my
God.
dude, you're not making a good fucking case for yourself. What are you doing? You're smarter than this.
He just walks himself back in circles.
What are you talking about? You made some bigoted remark about the Greek people, and I said, well, I'm a Greek, so I know that better than you
How's
do.
it bigoted when you
I'm
can
not
look
talking
at their
about Greek
history
now.
and
I'm
they
talking
fuck
historically.
underage boys?
It also is a pretty big issue over in in
The
Greece.
Greeks also enjoyed murder and war and in some societies
and
killing
racism.
babies and racism.
Also,
Not exactly the sort of people you want to look
turning
up to.
people into war slaves where they get raped on the daily. That's a big one. Making people fight against their will when they get thrown into slavery. Let's see. Yeah.
Sadly, everyone did that.
Yeah. It's a history thing, but like you're not making your case any better. You're not making your case any better, buddy.
The ancient Israelites did
Are you
it.
gonna get mad because you're
Okay.
Caveman
Enough
Daniel
with-
don't want societal progression. Caveman Daniel want to touch little Tammy.
I asked a question then.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Imagine, for example, in your fictional universe where a 13-year-old gets married to someone that's, for example, in their 30s, and this person, like, isolates them from their friends and family and psychologically puts them in a state where they feel like they're not good enough unless they do everything this person does and weighs down them hand and foot. Now, what kind of resources could someone that's 13 go to if they don't understand that these places exist? They don't understand that these networks exist. Like, what are they to do in that situation? Just suffer
Really?
and grin there until they snap and kill the fuck? Or until the person kills them?
What kind of people are you interacting with that you think that 13-year-olds are basically puppies?
The average 13-year-old isn't just looking up social services.
My
No,
name
you know
Daniel.
what?
Can't think.
I can just speak from personal experience as someone who, yes, was mature at that age, intellectually at least. That doesn't mean you can't be manipulated by adults. I was myself. I was still a child. They saw that I wasn't loved and they took advantage of that to play on me. That's what manipulators and abusers do. They pick apart things to attack their victims. And it's especially easy to do when you have a young victim who isn't necessarily going to see what's going on. If they do find out, they're probably going to be afraid to talk to parents or friends about it, because it is an unfortunate fact that while these things should be named and shamed and they should be brought to justice, there's quite a few people who will just brush it off, tell the kid to shut up, protect family members if they're molesting a child. Like, children are a lot of times hesitant to open their mouths about abuse, and that's just a fact of things.
Yeah,
unfortunately, you're right. Sure. What's the point?
The point is you're a Greek.
The whole point is the fact that it is far easier for you to manipulate and prey on someone who is younger. There's an unfair advantage you have in life because you've experienced so much more. And that's not to say that adults can't be abused, but you're far more likely to be blind to it when you're a child.
Once again, I know as a carny from the work that I've done, that if you want to manipulate someone, the best person to go for is an adult. Because adults think they know everything. Adults won't admit they don't know something. Like, children will ask questions. Children will say, what is that? What does this mean? Adults are ashamed to do that in front of other adults. You want to manipulate someone like a carny would, get them to see some stupid...
It doesn't always mean that a child's going to do that, though. There's countless stories of children who are told, hey, if you tell a parent about this, I'm going to do something to you, to your parents, to your family. Something bad will happen. They're shunned in violence. If they're asked questions, it's brushed off. Like, these are stories that are told by victims of this.
Yes, I agree
over
with
and over and over again.
I agree with you. I'm against that completely.
Also, let me just read into this real quick. I'm just reading the screenshot. It goes in your tweet from October of 2019. You said change pedophilia to Jews, N-words, homosexuality, foreigners, etc., and you'll see what you are. What do you mean by that?
Yes. And what I meant was a bigot.
That's all racially motivated.
As I said, I don't agree with pedophilia. I think it's a sickness, but I don't judge people.
Wait, I just want. Hold on. Just to clarify, did you say as a Fed? Because I'm pretty sure I just heard that way.
I assume I just did too.
I don't know. It sounds like someone has a vibrator on. Is it you, Daniel? It really does sound like you have a fucking vibrator on.
You know what?
Did you call yourself a fed?
I'll just come out and say this about pedophiles and ebophiles since you want to act like they're oppressed. The only ones I have a problem with at the end of the day are the people who are unabashed about it and do nothing to change themselves. If a pedophile realizes that they have an attraction to children or to teenagers and that's wrong, and they actually take the steps to seek psychiatric help for it, I'm all for them. I hope they do well. I hope they get the help that they need. If you're going around saying, oh, I want to date children, I want to fuck children, and I should be entitled to that without judgment, I'm sorry. I don't care. You don't want to change? You don't want to realize there's a problem with you. Why should I have any sort of sympathy?
I agree with you about children, but psychiatrists tell you the sexual attraction to teenagers is normal.
No,
Actually,
no
it's
psychiatrist
not.
will tell you
My
that.
mother, who is a
sexual attraction amongst teenagers is normal.
Yes, my mother, who is an MD PhD, has said the opposite. She is a licensed psychiatrist. If you would like to play that shit, I don't.
Could you go ahead and get her for a second?
I don't want to get her involved with this. To be frank, this is way too much
it
yelling.
would only take like 2 minutes.
Also, counselors who work in that don't just solely work with pedophiles; they work with evophiles too, which disproves your point.
So I do have another point though.
Teenage girls, for all of human history, married them. They were all sick. All of them were sick.
I hate to tell you this, that doesn't make it right. We also used to have far more sky-high mortality rates, specifically because younger women were getting knocked up and their bodies were not meant to handle that at such a young age.
Hold on.
They fucking had slavery.
I just want to
compare.
Let me bring up 2 points here. 2 points. Number one, yes, we had like child brides and children of like you could marry a 14-year-old. Can you let me finish? I respect your point. Let me just finish what I have to say.
All right.
We respect back in the day, back in the early 20th century, we thought it was fine to marry 12 to 15-year-olds and that was normal. However, the life expectancy at that time, back in the 1500s, was only like 50 if you're lucky. And what kind of medical knowledge and what kind of psychological knowledge did we have back then? We didn't. And point number 2,
people hoping it would heal injuries.
Apples and oranges here. What's one have to do with the other?
My second point. It's generally accepted that the human brain doesn't finish developing until you're 25 years old.
So we should change the age of consent to 25 then?
I'm not saying we need to change the age of consent to 25. I'm
why
saying
I might manipulate some 24-year-old little child. Oh,
because when they're in their 20s, they've developed enough that they can actually think and act independently enough to.
That's not to say that they're making good decisions, but they can make rational decisions.
Also,
at 14, you're not making fucking rational decisions. It's not happening.
Also, not to mention, yes, there's not some sudden change overnight, but 18, 19, those upper teens, that's the age that you're typically stepping into a more adult life. You're taking on more responsibility. You're starting a job. You're starting college. You are stepping out into the world as an adult and starting to gain that experience that you don't have when you're 13, 14, 15.
They don't let you drive a car at 14. They don't let you clean the fucking shake machine at McDonald's at 14.
realize how, and I was talking to the woman who was talking before the little devil guy. Realize how you can't even say the words 13, 14, 15
You can't even
without
go to the
saying
military at 14. You can't drink
absolutely.
at 14. You can't smoke at 14. You can't even fucking vote at 14. What do you even talk about? You can't even apply for taxes at 14. Fuck off.
Don't you realize that the level of jealousy here?
What jealousy?
Jealousy over what?
Are you mad my
that
penis
people
works
should
and
know
yours
what they're
doesn't?
doing.
It's obvious.
You're the one who got butthurt and said that you got mad because of my talent as a show and I'm not using it to shell out your fucking shit, you fucking spaz. What do you want about?
So are you jealous that my PP doesn't get hard for 14-year-olds? My PP actually gets hard and yours doesn't anymore.
I mean, that's what I was trying to say.
See, degeneracy.
How
right
dare
here.
the young buck have a functional penis?
So sex between consensual adults is suddenly degeneracy, but touching kids is not. All right, I got it.
No, saying ridiculous things about peepees that like that's going to be an argument. That's
Oh, I'm sorry. My cock is gonna get hard.
I'm
It's gonna get
sorry.
hard.
Are you not the same person who has accused people of multiple random things with zero fucking evidence backing them?
Yep.
Because I recall you
No,
saying you were going to
that's
send
exactly
lawyers
it.
after Cass to the completely wrong
Yep.
address. I recall you saying that I was harassing you on Facebook. I recall you saying I was allegedly harassing your girlfriend on Instagram, none of which happened, but you were completely fine with saying out in public, out in the open. So if you can say shit about us, we could say shit about
Also, you went out of your way.
You also seem completely fine with using real names in your fucking stories of people that may or may not have anything to do with you, but they slighted you and they posted badly about you online, and you think it's okay to use their real names as villains in your stories.
Yeah, and you think it's also okay to go around doxing people, threatening to do all kinds of shit to their information all the time. A variety of particular threats included. So I'm kind of just asking, like, where do you get off on the moral grandstanding? You already lost several points on that because you're a self-admitted child molester.
I'm actually doing what you claim to do. I'm crusading
How's that?
against evil.
How are you crusading against evil? Explain.
People who want to judge others, who want to hurt people, who are just minding their own business, going on with their own lives.
Yeah, and in the last 3 years of my show, we got more than.
If you didn't live with your fucking mom, maybe you could afford to get a mic that doesn't sound like a fucking vibrator.
So
She's
shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea.
Context.
Matthew 18:6.
Yes, it's referring to believers, not literal children.
Oh no, it would be children.
No.
Do you
So you know what? You want to be all high and mighty and religious? Let's talk about the religion and sexual abuse, because that seems pretty fucking high and mighty as well.
Can I ask the little unicorn guy first?
Unicorn guy?
I'm not gonna lie. He might be a piece of shit, but he's funny. Holy shit, I'm sorry. I thought I was talking to fucking AM radio over here. What's going on?
I am begging you to upgrade past DSL, please. It is
back in
2022.
Fuck, man.
Shit, dude, for the lulz, I'll buy you a fucking computer and a microphone.
Now fucking Snoopy's coming to town telling us how it is.
In the original Greek,
We're going back to the Greek.
translated is scandalized, which means to accuse of sexual crime.
In the original Greek.
Let's go, Brandon.
Your issue is you keep going back and basing things off of ancient society. I think someone's just a teensy bit afraid of societal progression.
Everybody in the chat, LGB for Let's Go, Brandon.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and not get this fucking thing ripped down.
Yeah.
See, you won't let me answer things. You just make up
We're
shit.
making jokes at your expense.
Oh no, the reason why hold on, wait, let me finish. Hey, listen. The reason why we don't let you finish is because when you speak, you sound like you're speaking through a fucking like a tower fan. We can't understand what you're saying.
Yes, I did not want to do this debate tonight. I wanted to go get my
Too bad.
You wanted to go get your dick wet with a 14-year-old. I understand, but come on now.
my laptop out, a better device than this thing.
Then go get it. You're still
Steps
sitting
are
at
simple.
home. Go get the fucking thing.
Steps are simple. Grab laptop, plug into wall, press power button. Not that difficult, old man.
Oh no, Vermilion, that's too hard for him.
What's so Windows?
This motherfucker's still running on Windows 95.
It's funny that you desperately didn't want me to answer the question about your misquote from the Gospel of Jesus Christ.
No one cares.
Okay. You know what? Listen, everybody, be quiet. Let him speak. Go ahead, please.
All right, I'm only repeating this because you claim you couldn't understand me before. Now, before I say it, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, and please do not shove your microphone down your fucking throat this time.
All right.
Yeah, we can hear you.
The word there translated offend is scandalized, which means to accuse of sexual crime. You cannot accuse children of sexual crime. Therefore, since the times of the church fathers, that passage has always been interpreted to refer to believers. Christ is saying to people that if you do something to scandalize his followers, Christians, the people who follow Christ, then that is a very serious sin. That's what the passage has always been interpreted to mean by every church father, by theologian, by everyone who has translated it from Greek or the Latin version of St. Jerome. That's always been what it means. And people who are using it today in order to judge people that they deem pedophiles, ironically or not enough, are committing the very offense that passage warns against.
We got the actual translation from. Hold on. We got the actual translation from Mark 9:42. And whoever shall offend one of those little girls that little ones that believe in me, it is better for him that a millstone were hanged around his neck, and that he were cast into the sea. What is lost in translation? The key word translated as offend, as in Greek, where that were found only in the Bible. Boom.
Before that, when he says, "In order to follow me, you must become as little ones." That means you must be innocent. You must try not to sin. You must be a good person. Basically, that is just Jesus telling us.
That means that you need to be without sin, and that you need to shed sin, and you need to be an innocent person. That has nothing to do with dating children, with molesting children, nothing. It just means that you must be as a child is, not be with a child as an adult.
No, that passage has nothing to do with that whatsoever. That's the point I'm making.
What happens if a child gets defiled? What's going to happen to that person? You know what's going to happen.
And also, I would like, with your explanation of that, children can be accused and convicted of sexual assault, especially if the other child is younger than them. It has happened, and it will continue to happen. It's disgusting.
I wasn't.
I don't give a shit if you were or not.
My first sexual experience when I was 12 was with an 8-year-old girl.
So you raped an 8-year-old.
That's fantastic. Now show me where I
manipulative.
All
A
right.
12-year-old is far more mentally inept.
Oh, wait a minute.
An 8-year-old is more inept than a 12-year-old.
They don't understand anything about sex.
You just said your first sexual experience with an 8-year-old when you were 12.
First sexual experience.
More weed.
So if it wasn't full-on sex, it was at least oral.
Wait, whoa. Daniel.
Yes.
Can you detail that experience? Clear your name.
The gory details. No,
I don't want the gory details. I want to know the cliff notes of what happened.
She was my foster sister.
That's not a surprise at all.
Okay, and what was the experience in the simplest terms possible?
It just happened. It wasn't her first time. It was my first time.
What was it? Was it?
So someone else raped your old sister before you?
Hold on. Hold on. Was it copulation? Was it oral? Was it like what? What happened?
Copulation.
So you had sex with an 8-year-old that was your foster sister when you were 12.
Numerous times, yes.
How is that not sexual, you fucking freak?
Oh my god. That was a very long time ago. As you said, I'm not a young man.
Yes, I know. You're pushing 50. That doesn't make it better.
I already pushed 50 out of the way a few years ago.
That makes it worse.
So you're judging me for what I did when I was 12?
Okay, hold on. I need to talk to the chat real quick.
Children were all innocent.
If you don't shut your fucking trap, I'm going to fucking.
Everybody, let Cass speak. Let him do what he's doing.
So, feel free for the chat to like, subscribe, share on the content, and please archive this shit to its fullest. For the love of God, I'm.
Absolutely. Share it with everyone. Let everyone know who I am, what I believe in, and what I'm trying to do.
We will. Don't
I never said I was above throwing you on top of your own pyre and leading the match.
Okay, I've got a serious question. Danny boy, when are you gonna stop projecting with all this narcissism? Because when are you gonna realize that deep down that nobody loves you, nobody ever has, no one ever will?
Stop it, for God's sake, such nonsense.
Get fucked.
Okay. You have a little sister?
Excuse me?
Wow.
You have a little sister? I'll get fucked.
So we're going back to the comments about flirting with and fucking.
If you said that to my face, I'd have
sisters.
force-fed you your own guts, you vile fucking
I'd like to
bastard.
see you try it. I'd like to see you try it. I really would.
Daniel.
I have a hint for you now.
Daniel. I have a little sister. What about it?
How old is she?
You're a right fucking creep, aren't you?
No. You know what? I'll play into this game. She's 26 now. I'm 31.
Hag to him.
That's about 20.
That's too old for me.
The reason why I'm giving you this information, I want to know what your point is.
My point of what?
Why are you asking? What's the point?
Why am I asking what?
You asked if so and so has a sister. I have a sister. What about it?
The British guy with the glowing eyes here told me to get
Shut up, you fucking freak.
Oh, I have one quick word.
Listen.
Wait a minute. One quick word of advice. This man's a pompous narcissist looking for a rise out of you. Let it roll off your shoulder. Punch back. No need to get angry. He's gonna go back and fap to his little lolly pillow at the end of the night. He's far more pathetic than you'll ever be.
No, you see, I'm trying to be reasonable here. You asked him if he had a sister.
Yes.
I'm willing to have a reasonable conversation with you. I have a sister. What? Why are you like? Assume that I am the British guy.
You understand jokes? The guy said, "Get fucked." I said, "Okay, I will." Do you have a sister? It's a joke.
You're really not
you want to fuck his sister? Okay, you're a fucking asshole.
Dude, no one can get fucked worse than you are right now, boy.
Okay, I just want to point out, I do have a sister, and she's only 4 years old.
That's a bit young for me. Wait about 9 or 10 years.
Yeah, wait about 10 years.
Not 9.
Whoa! Someone clip that. Yo, Twitch chat, clip that shit.
Okay, hold on real quick. I'll just say this to my audience. Everyone in here is allowed to archive every piece of information, every clip on my shows. You are free to post it. I will not attack you for doing so. Please archive every piece of information if you so wish. That is up to you.
And if you have any extra information on anyone or any of our potential related subjects, please contact me or Kaz at the Discord server.
And also, unlike Kaz and Gage here on their videos, try to spell my name right so people can find it.
Yes, it's spelled Fagggot.
Oh, is that in the DSM-5?
So,
yes, correct. That is his medical diagnosis of faggot.
Yes.
You see, according to the DSM-5, ligma balls suck my nuts. Fuck you.
I'm just saying, everyone in my audience, no matter who you are, is allowed to archive every piece of my content, every clip. Do as you wish. I don't care. But that being said, so we can establish that you did this stuff when you were in adolescence, which doesn't make you look at all, because then we can prove that you do have a paraphilia, and it was you just, because some people here can who watch the content revolving around you seem to genuinely think you're a troll, and if the story you just said was true, it's clear you're not a troll. So there you go.
Oh, what I'm saying is true. That doesn't mean that I'm not using it to publicize my stuff that you don't talk about.
I mean, good luck with that. I mean, how many years have you been trying to shill your series and you barely get any money out of it, let alone an audience?
I don't ask for any money out of it. I'm not interested in making money out of it. I have money.
Listen, everybody listening, everybody here, I want you to go look up the DanielRumano's files. I want you to read them. I want you to make your own conclusions.
I would suggest you use a VPN. Just generally, there seems to be IP trackers, me and Kaz, both in the cybersecurity industry. It's more than easy enough.
I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but I'm just saying if you want to know more about this guy, read his stories.
I'm just saying. Before you fuck someone, unlike Daniel Rumano's mother here, use protection, or else you'll get bad shit like him.
Like, why exactly should I give anyone who admits to raping their 8-year-old foster sister multiple times any sort of positive accolade or any sort of mention that would actually make them feel accomplished in their follies?
And also just admitted that he would shag a 10-year-old.
Seriously, let's write this stuff down first and read it because it sounds like it.
Really
you got a problem with that? It's called professionalism, retard.
Look at someone who admits to raping their 8-year-old sibling and sit there and say, "Yes, I want to give this person acknowledgement for doing something."
Okay, hold on. What I was trying to establish earlier was the fact that when you have these moments in your adolescence where you freely and readily abuse someone like that in a sexual manner, then it's a clear mode of behavior that any relationship with a child that you will have will always invariably go down the same path. This is basic psychology 101. This is literally the type of shit we were talking about. So thank you for proving that to us. That totally did not just like sink your entire argument tenfold as soon as you admitted to it. So thank you for the clarification. What about you, chat? What do you think? What do you, the audience, think? Do you think this guy wouldn't do something to the kid? Which is one. Or do you think this guy would do something to a kid? Is two.
Against maps.
I'm Bash, I was already handling that.
Real quick, that writing down or thinking about what you want to say before you say it is far better than stuttering over yourself, Mr. Today, Junior.
Write that down.
I would also like to say that I think Kaz, I don't think we can upload this to YouTube. This man's getting he's getting fucked so hard. I think we need. I think this needs to go into
It's already on YouTube. We're on YouTube.
Yeah, I know but he's getting so fucked so hard. I think this needs to go to Pornhub.
Are you spelling my name right this time?
I don't care. Fuck off.
Gage, one little favor. Go back to your video. Spell my name right.
His name is spelled Nigger.
What?
Oh no, not a racism.
Oh, you want to talk about racism? We already brought that tweet up. Come on, dude.
Oh boy, boy.
Used to degrade people.
All right, hold on. Do you guys think he's a troll, or do you guys, for one, if he's a troll, for two, if he's actually a legitimate predator?
Can I just say that even if he's a troll, there's that comic, I'll find the actual image, but it's essentially someone running around screaming and acting retarded, the people turning and going, "Why are you acting like a retard?" And he responds, "It was just a joke, guys!" If you run around acting like a pedophile and making pedophilic jokes and alluding to the fact that you want to fucking date people's kids or sisters, don't be surprised when people treat you like you're a pedophile.
Oh, look at, there's so many twos in the chat. So many twos.
Okay.
Almost universal in here.
It's almost like looking at a code sequence that's broken.
All right. So, press F if you want this guy in a wood chipper.
DanielRumano's. I would like to inform you that I will send you an invoice because fisting people like you isn't free. Fuck you, pay me.
Cliches. It's the same thing. So it's wood chippers and baseball bats. Same cliches every time.
Beaten to death with a baseball bat, then set on fire.
It's almost like it's a fucking meme, retard.
Can we? Can I ask something?
What?
Sure.
How many children are chained up dead in your mother's basement? I need to fucking know.
I have no idea.
Yes, the FBI would like to know your location.
Nearly 20 years.
All right.
If the new person, if whoever lives there now does stuff like that, God help them. I don't know.
I just don't understand how you could sit there and admit to doing that to someone who looked up to you, loved you, maybe even trusted you, and then you sit there and say, yeah, this is a completely normal, helpful thing to do to someone that looks up to you.
Wait, they were 8?
They were 8? What?
Wait,
this person was a fucking, this person was a fucking 3rd grader.
It just never ends with.
Oh, okay. So, according to my mother, I did ask her this. She did, luckily in your favor, say that 13 is sometimes hard to tell if they can look old sometimes. So that is in your favor. But 8 was where it stopped being okay. Like 8 was at the moment of
You have a problem, sir. Get help.
I'm not gonna lie, I even hate that argument. I'm sorry, seeing kids in public, there's always some way to tell. And if you're getting into any sort of sexual situation where the line blurs like that, fucking asked to CID. I've been asked as a fully grown adult.
Oh no, I merely asked her the question: is it normal for people of that older men to be attracted to younger women?
Okay.
And he said if it's preteen, that's not normal. If it's 13, yeah, they can look old sometimes, and then
we're not getting into that.
Daniel.
Oh, he actually broke down.
Can we talk about Zach Baggins?
Who is Zach Baggins?
That's a good question. I want to know. The fuck?
Why does it sound like he's playing bass with a fucking
Oh my god, we just got turned. Oh my fucking god.
Sorry, that's me struggling to breathe.
Jesus Christ.
Zach Baggins.
Well, back to it. Yes, I think the meme describes
Daniel, back off the mic a little bit. You're clipping real bad.
I also need to ask real quick. This sounds a bit more petty than the usual stuff we talk about, but I figured that since a certain GIF got posted in here, I need to ask, what was your deal with Zach from Ghost Adventures? Was it?
That's what Cass. That's what I was asking. Tell me about Zach Baggins.
Yeah, Zach Baggins. I forgot his last name. If I'm gonna be honest with you.
Baggins,
right?
Yeah. What was your deal?
Actually,
an actual investigator.
Yo, Ghost, it's me, your boy.
Yeah, that's Zach. Yeah, it was.
And he still did better than Dan.
No, let him speak.
Zach Bagans is a carny like I am. It was a publicity stunt for both of us. I can't go into too many details. You can look it up.
I mean,
he's a carny like you are, but he also said he's seeking legal counsel against you. What's the deal with that?
Sure, he did that, and literally within hours, I had thousands of hits on my website. And at the same time, Zach got all these fans saying, "Oh my God, Zach, I hope you're all right. We'll be sure to watch your show and see that everything's okay." Don't you understand how show business works, for God's sake?
Zach actually seems all right.
I mean, for someone who talks, hold on,
no, hold on. I would like. I'm sorry, Cass. I'm sorry, but Zach Bagans is a fucking retard in and of himself. But when he posts something that says, "Just so everyone knows, I've hired legal counsel in Las Vegas against a man with several aliases. One is DanielRumano's for defamation." What's the deal? What's the deal with that? Why was there legal counsel?
First place, if you look that up, you'll see that lawsuit never existed. It was
that's not what I'm asking you. Why was that even brought up in the first place?
It was a publicity stunt. I was working as a magician at the time. Did you ever read about Houdini? Houdini used to
Houdini shit.
I know about Houdini.
Expose fake psychics and all of that. I was doing that sort of thing. So we made a little deal with Ghost Adventures. I actually knew them through Nick Groff, who isn't on the show anymore, but I did another thing with him later. You can look that up. That Zach and I would pretend to have a little disagreement.
Disagreement on what?
That I would claim that I was exposing him for faking his ghosts, which he does.
So you did Ghosts of Shepherdstown. Is that the other project?
Yes. I was a writer of 2 of their episodes.
Okay. Last time I've checked, supposedly it was around defamation over the fact you called him a bisexual or something of that nature.
Mm-hmm. Who? Zach?
Yeah.
There are a lot of people have called him bisexual. I wasn't one of them. I don't care if he's bisexual or not. No business of mine.
Well,
I mean, you sound like
I was talking about his.
You sound like the type that would make a big deal about someone's sexuality, as if you have any right to comment when you're touching kids.
Degenerate.
No, I've made it clear that the problem I'm talking about is people judging people because of the thoughts in their own mind. I do my best not to do that.
I mean, you clearly judge people all the time. That's a completely retarded take.
Sadly enough, you're probably right, but everyone does that. We should try
We
not.
have documented examples of this. I don't believe you're worth a shit.
So we talk about Zach Bagans.
Can we talk about the fact that despite the fact you call yourself such a talented showman, you can't have an audience trying to watch your or read your shit in the first place? You talk so much about other people, and I find it funny because you tend to act like you have any right to talk about their worth on social media or any form of entertainment. Meanwhile, for years, you've never gotten an audience out of your shit. Not a single fucking one. So what does that even tell you? What does that even tell you? You talk a lot of shit for someone where you go, "Oh, Kaz Warfox is this and his friends are that," but you're so desperate to try to grab his clout. I wonder why.
Stop it. Look at my
Is that looking say?
I have 2,000 followers on Facebook, but I have 7 on Instagram, and each post only has about a like. Ooh, I'm so famous.
I know, right?
I have more, and I just post about a stupid 40-year-old Swedish man in a Pope mask.
What are you doing?
Dude, I do media archival, and I have more subscribers.
I want to wrap back around to my original point.
Yeah.
Jim Forrester. Daniel, you put Jim Forrester into your story.
Yes.
I find it really ironic that he was posting shit about you online, and then 6 months later, he ended up dead in an alleyway.
Jim Forrester when did Jim Forrester post anything about me?
He posted several things about you being a pedophile in the Baltimore area. online.
Did you have screenshots of this?
Any article that talks about the death of Jim Forrester brings this up specifically. In actuality, yes. We've already been through this like almost 3 years ago at this point. Where his death seems suspicious, and a lot of articles would refer to the fact that he was outspoken against people like you in the Baltimore area. Maybe there might be a few points about the police or something, but then again, that's not surprising given the controversy relating around sexual crimes in Baltimore. So I'm not really touching that worth of shit right now. But aside from that, there was examples in documented cases of basically him not liking you for the fact that you're a pedophile, and 6 months later something happened to him, and
And that was after it was published in your story with his name.
Yeah.
I find that a little suspicious.
The publishing was pretty quick too. Hold on. The publishing was pretty quick too. It was right after he died. It was right after he kicked the bucket somehow. I wonder why.
And
I just think it's interesting. It's a little interesting connection. All I got to say.
Did you have any screenshots? I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just interested in seeing it because I haven't actually seen this. He specifically said something about me.
How many times do we have to keep posting these until oh no, I totally didn't see this. No, I totally saw this now that you sent the screenshot. You're lying, Morgan.
Where?
I'm not going to say he had something to do with his death because he doesn't have enough money for it, but allegedly that's pretty fucking.
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying
now. I'm not
specifically that the
saying this
timing's
journalist was taken out by the Clintons, but it's awfully weird to have a bullet hole in your back.
I mean, he died under circumstances that seem suspicious.
I'm claiming that how much money I have.
Well, from the quality of your mic, it's clearly not much.
Brother, you lived in your mom's basement for like 20 years. We found that. We know what your address was when your mom died. Come on, dude. That's how we found out where her house was, because your name was attached to it.
Yes. My mother
That
was
sounds awful.
78 years old and dying of cancer.
Shame it wasn't you.
Dying of cancer or died of cancer?
On the other side of the country, ignoring her.
You weren't on the other side of the country. She lived in Baltimore, and so were you, you fucking retard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What are you trying to say? You're living in California doing your fucking writing job for fucking TV shows? Get the fuck out of here. You're living in fucking Baltimore.
I was in Baltimore trying to help my elderly dying mother. Is there a problem with that?
And she was going, "Oh my God, please get the fuck away from me."
Oh, this is amazing. Oh, okay.
Oh
really
no,
think that she even wanted your
accidentally
help?
dropped my chemotherapy pills again. Please protect me.
Oh my God. All right.
If you have a defense, throw it on. Come on, I fucking dare you.
Defense?
You're in your 40s living with your fucking mom, dude.
No, actually, I was in my 30s then, barely. I was.
That's not any better, my man.
That ain't better, brother. That ain't better. Oh boy,
I moved back there when I was 30 because she was sick.
I need to fucking rename this stream into speedrunning shooting yourself in the foot.
I'd been in Denver.
How many times can I unload this fucking 9mm into my fucking leg until I have to get it amputated?
I don't think it's a 9 at this point. I think it's a 50.
Soft. Go with that.
Question.
Good.
During the 90s, I traveled all over the country with Bob Larson. I was in Denver with Bob Larson when I met my wife. We got married in 1999. We were married for 2 years. We lived in Denver for a while. Then we moved back to an apartment.
Hold on. Wait. I'm sorry to interrupt, but how old was your wife when you got married?
18.
And how old were you?
30.
When did you meet her?
A year before that.
A year before that.
She
Shit.
Wait,
So
what?
you're 29 and she was 17.
Yes.
Did you ever have sex with your wife?
Not anymore. It was illegal, or when it was illegal.
So you were virtuous and waited a year.
So you're legally admitting to grooming a child.
This man took the Onision route.
I said this is some onion shit.
You are like actually admitting to committing a crime, my boy.
It's okay. I just groomed her for like a year and a half before things were chill in the eyes of the law. No
God,
big
I have
deal.
to file a police report now, dude. Come on, man.
We didn't. Okay, we did not have sex before we got married. If that's what you're saying.
That doesn't matter. That's still grooming a child.
Hold the fuck up. Listen how fucking nervous he got when he said that.
I definitely believe you.
Oh, it's too late to backpedal now.
Look, this has all been recorded. As I'm a mandatory reporter, I'm legally mandated to an endangerment of children and such, and my opinion is taken higher than most standard civilians.
All right, so good. So I don't have to do it. You can do it.
I am federally mandated to do such a thing.
Well, I'm glad for that because I don't want to get involved with that shit. But if you're gonna do it, that takes the heat off me. Thank you, brother.
Why did the marriage end the way that it did?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why did your marriage end? Because I know you're not married now.
Because she's too old for me.
Oh Lord.
So
essentially,
whoa, whoa. One more time. Say that again, quietly and clearly, as you kind of got again. Try again.
Because she was too old for me.
So let me get this right. You very likely emotionally groomed a girl for a year, if not more, until you were legally allowed with her, and then you threw her away when she became an inconvenience for you. And you wonder why we talk about you like you're a pure
Verm. You're letting the key point escape you. She was too old for him.
Yeah, dude.
No, I'm aware. Hence why I say you threw her away when she became an inconvenience.
20 is too old for you, my man.
Oh my fucking god! What the hell?
20 is too old, bro.
Okay.
Kill yourself.
Daniel, how long were you married? How many years?
2 years is what he said.
2 years.
2 years?
So she was too old for you at 20?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm not asking you. I want him to answer me.
He said yes.
Yes, I'm exclusively attracted to adolescents.
You are physically attracted to adolescents. Is that what you just said?
You act like this is something new. What we've been talking about here for God knows how long. This is what we've been talking about for years.
It's not new. You're just saying it very nice and clear into the microphone for us and not realizing what you're doing to yourself because you're influenced.
Okay.
Dude, you're a fucking retard. You're fucking... You're gonna
I
end
just
up in
admitted
jail.
that I was basically a
can I
fed.
point something out? This man looks like gum that's been scraped off of the hot Texas asphalt, and he thinks that a 20-year-old woman has hit the wall.
Jesus.
Instead of the ridiculous attempts at insult.
I'm just saying, chat. Please archive all of this. This is
Not an insult
amazing
if
material.
it's facts, my man.
Yeah,
You might want to fix
if
your
anyone has
experience.
information related to this would like to be forwarded to the authorities, again, hit me up. I'm in the Discord server.
It was no secret at the time, for God's sake.
Mind if I ask a question?
Okay, sure, cool.
Her name is Stephanie Chilinsky. She's a politician now in Minnesota.
Why would you tell her name?
Thank you for that.
Getting married.
Thank you. She will be testifying against you in the court of law soon.
Okay, can we get back on track now?
She can look it up in a minute. Who my
All right, guys, hold on. Yes, Gage, you wanted to say something? I noticed you've been pretty quiet, so go ahead.
Like, what exactly was the point of getting fucking married, man? What the hell's the point of getting attached to someone if you're gonna get bored with them in 2 weeks? You're acting like this is a kid that got a puppy for Christmas and then fuck it after a couple months because he couldn't bother the responsibility.
I mean, everyone knows this. We even wrote something together that was published in a book.
That doesn't change the fact that, like what Verm said, you hooked yourself to this person even knowing you yourself would not be attracted to them indefinitely, and then you just threw them out whenever they became an inconvenience for you emotionally.
Daniel, hey, hi.
I found out.
You said Stephanie Chilinsky?
Yes.
What state?
Minnesota. She's a politician now. She's a socialist politician.
Oh no.
She actually.
Comrade!
She actually.
Can we get Ricada in on this?
Well, we just found the source.
I think
If Ricada would like to come in, Ricada is allowed in.
All right, so I need to ask real quick, just for the sake of it. So you got married to this person, and you got him out in a couple years. Now my question is, wouldn't a frequent disregard for the vows of marriage be considered degenerate?
No, Cass, you can't go against this narrative.
I'm just saying.
And here comes the typical fundamentalist Christian defense of it's okay when I do it.
Oh, I admit it was a terrible thing to do, but we agreed to it that it wasn't working out.
Okay, so you admit you are degenerate by nature. Okay, I'm glad we got that clarified. So the thing about this is that since you talked about being religious yourself, the disregard for marriage at such a level is completely sacrilege to your own religious beliefs, which I find that funny. But then you want to go and judge people for making fun of you for being a pedophile as degenerates. Funny how that works.
I'm not a pedophile.
Umbrella term, not splitting hairs.
Not splitting hairs. That's not what the term means.
What you have done.
No.
No, we're gonna quibble about that.
No, hold on.
There's a post out there of you saying you're looking for girls from 11 onward. 11 can be prepubescent in a lot of cases.
It is prepubescent.
Prepubescent. I'm not interested.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. The fact is, your entire life from bottom up has been entirely anything but it's been degenerate from top to bottom. Yes. And you want to judge people about the word degeneracy when you yourself are a kid toucher. That's what I'm trying to ask here. You are, by every regard, a hypocrite. And the funny type is you're the type of hypocrite that every religious doctrine would say deserves to be burning in hell for eternity.
Yes.
Jewish magic against you.
Yes, I do deserve that. Everyone does.
Everyone does on what?
Don't fucking spin this on all of us.
No, hold on, Yorkie. What do you mean by that? Everyone does on what?
According to Christian belief, proper Christian belief, as I was taught as a Catholic, every human being has sinned. Every human being has therefore separated themselves from God. Therefore, every human being deserves to be separated from God and deserves to burn in hell.
Oh, so
Jesus had died for those sins of the people.
Please finish. That is why we need Christ. That's why we need the church. That's why we need the sacraments. That's what it's for.
Yes, and the tenets of following Jesus means that we are forgiven of those sins, except the fact that when it's a conscious choice for you to still break those vows in the first place.
I'm not breaking.
Yes, you are. Your entire life, from top to bottom, is drenched in degeneracy and moral hypocrisy. You have claimed to be a member of the church in some level, and yet you have broken every single tenet that has ever been brought up in this specific call. I don't want to hear about your postulations about whether or not someone like me deserves to go to hell for what I've done, when you, sir, surely deserve more than anyone else in this room to go to hell yourself.
No, I've accepted. I've fully accepted the fact that I'm gonna go to hell. I only hope that if God is somehow merciful, I can sit there and torture some fuck like you for all eternity. That would, in all reality, just make the suffering fucking worth it, because you are a disappointment even to the human populace.
Daniel,
you understand me?
You're a disappointment to not only the human populace, but you're also a disappointment to your God.
Daniel,
did he tell you that? Are you hearing voices now, Kaz?
No.
That just reminds me of the people who brutally murder or rape and are sent to prison, but then go on a spiritual journey and become a light, and apparently God has forgiven them for killing a family of 5.
Danny boy, shut your mouth. My only authority on any of the subject is the fact that my entire upbringing was quite extreme religious in a Christianity sense, and that I've been reading this shit since I was a child constantly. I was not allowed to read anything else until I basically went out of my way to, speak each and every verse verbatim by memory. You have no argument against me, you disgusting, degenerate, lying traitor. Fuck off.
No, Daniel. For you, the darkest pit of hell is open, so don't keep the devil waiting. I'm sorry, I shouldn't.
And if you are the pimple on the ass of citizenry.
Yep.
The sins I've done in the past, like what you with my marriage, I've gone to confession, I have done penance, it's forgiven.
God does not forgive certain
sins. Just because God forgives you doesn't mean society forgives you. You fucking retard.
That's not how it works, buddy. The fact that no, it's not. The fact that you continue because you continue to justify such behavior, because you've never actually tried to truly repent, because you go out of your way to still be interested in children, you are not forgivable. You will never be forgiven. You are delusional as fuck, retard.
I'm not interested in children.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
11-year-olds.
To the point where they can't vote or pay taxes. Their children.
Isn't the Kaz acting like he's Jesus Christ?
I'm not acting like I'm Jesus Christ. I'm acting.
Can you speak for Jesus yourself? Have you actually met the man?
Jesus Christ is my nigga.
I'm just speaking as someone who's actually been through a lifestyle that was nothing but worshiping Jesus at one point to an extreme.
So you were in some fundamentalist cult that has nothing to do with Christianity.
Not really. No,
That's pretty much every religion.
Yes, that's exactly.
I've never gotten to that point. I've known people who were.
Here's the thing with Christianity and Catholicism in general. Anyone can take the Bible and say anything they want and base a religion out of it. One is not more righteous than the other, so to speak. And that works for every religion on the planet.
Suit his needs.
Yeah.
Just as much as you are arguing that your God is the one true God and that this is the way things work, someone could easily argue that for another religion.
Throughout this
neither of you are right.
So like the thing is, throughout this entire conversation about religion, I have not once twisted a single thing at all. I've actually been very consistent about what the Bible has said. It's more common interpretation, and the fact that like where I might fall into going to burning in hell on that territory. The main difference here is I did not twist anything. You have. You are the living embodiment of a serpent hypocrite. You are the type of people that gets mentioned several times in each verse. You are the type of person, a fucking degenerate retard, that will try to twist the words of the gospel for your own purposes. You are nothing but a heathenistic, degenerate coward. Fuck off.
Quote Shakespeare, the devil can cite scripture to suit his needs.
Exactly. Which is what Kaz is doing.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely, yes. You were a member of some heretic fundamentalist cult that has nothing to do with Christianity.
It was not. I was not a part of a cult. It was not heretic.
That wasn't real Christianity.
But religious books, that's a cult. That's not Christianity.
No. My people, my family were Christian in the best way possible. They were actually living the good life. They were actually consistent with their beliefs to a point that they respected those that they disagreed with severely. They never treated anyone with severe disrespect unless you came to their house and decided to do something unspeakable, which some people have.
They were heretics.
They were not heretics.
You're just using a no true Scotsman fallacy. You can't say whether this one sect of Christianity or Catholicism is the true sect. Do you realize how many actual sects of Christianity there are?
This projection here. We hear Kaz doing the no true Scotsman, no true Christian.
I'm calling you out as you are a hypocrite. I call you out as how you are. That's not even a true Scotsman.
All right, hold on. Do you know how bastardized the Bible is? Throughout time, and how much it's been used to manipulate people, and how they use religion to just rip the feet out from underneath people, and just like use the interpretations to do whatever they want. The Bible we have now is not the original Bible. It's been edited, it's been removed and repurposed. There's no reality in that. You have
Daniel,
to
look
take
what they
all
did
of
to my
history in.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Exactly.
Look how
No,
they
fucking
massacred
exactly. Exactly.
I'm a Jew. They massacred my boy, and it's disgusting.
They
They
did
will
massacre
pay
your
for
boy. The Torah
day of my
just got
daughter's
wrapped
wedding.
into a larger book. It's fucking garbage.
Yep.
They will pay for this. I swear.
I mean,
This
let me
Jesus
just be
man.
honest here. Any
You just
type of book.
Jewish friends as well, didn't you?
Huh? Yeah, I had Jewish friends. What are you talking about?
Hi, I'm a Hasidic Jew.
My
We
entire
practice-
family tree has a shit ton of religious
You
books of different
motherfucking
degrees.
cut!
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
Sorry, that was just the racism sticking out.
I'm Hasidic, meaning we practice actual Jewish
I
magic.
fucking love that part.
Wait, hold up. Do you have the curly sideburns?
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Without
It's an easy. But
I'm getting off topic.
look,
I'm sorry. But
Look,
fuck, man.
Danny boy, there is a lot of different sects of religion that my family tree was deeply involved in. So it's not even just one sect. But yes, let's talk about that for a second. What's your deal with Jews? You got a thing for them? You don't like them? It's a bit of a mixed bag, maybe.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I love the Jewish people. I'm a big fan of the Jewish people. The way
I don't know,
they've
man. Your seems very particular.
Daniel, I have a question that's completely removed from everything that's going on. What do you think about what the Jewish people are doing to the Federal Reserve?
I have another question that's fully removed real quick. How do you spell Chilinsky? Can you spell that out for me?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, could you go into spell Stephanie Chilinsky? Because apparently she doesn't fucking exist.
CHOLENSKY.
Thank you.
Fuck, it's hard right now.
Stephanie, STEPHIAANI.
No, I found her. Purple hair socialist.
Send it to me.
crazy
I'd
motherfuckers
like
that
the
died
color.
for
National
bread.
co-chair of the Socialist Party USA.
Now, when I met her, she was an actress and model, but she decided to go down the political path.
Originally from North Beach, Minnesota.
Sure she was.
Lives in North Carolina.
I suppose show business wasn't immoral enough for her, so she decided to become a politician.
Jeez, I
Oh
wonder
Lord,
why.
you're talking about morals.
Yeah,
The jokes are about as funny as.
I mean, considering the fact that you married her, I can kind of see why she wanted to be about. No, I can see why she decided that she wanted to have a form of advocacy and morals. You know, despite my disagreements with socialism as a topic, it sounds like to me they have a certain type of experience that allows them to go, yeah, the world's fucked. I want to be a better change in the world. I want to do something about this fucked shit. I wonder why. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they'll be on the show if they want to, but like,
you're afraid to speak with the current actress I'm working with. You can speak to
them. Oh, Daniel. Oh, I was meaning to talk to this. I wouldn't have thought you would have done this, but yes, please, I would love to speak with her.
Oh my God.
I would be more than happy to. I would also be more than happy to alert her family that what the fuck you're doing.
What I'm trying to say here is that I can.
Dude, don't show your hand. Come on now.
Don't raise your hand. What I'm trying to point out here is that I think it's funny that you're kind of critiquing the fact that she has what I assume is that she's trying to do something based on morals. I assume that she.
That was a joke about politicians, guys. It was a joke.
No.
Daniel, hey.
Don't tell me what I think.
What's the name of the actress you're working with now?
Alia Shirankina. You can look her up. She's on. You can look up a clip from the film. You can look up her.
No. I'm sorry. You cut out one more time. What's her name?
Alia Shirankina. You can find her on my Twitter account or my Facebook page.
Or your YouTube
channel. Find her on my YouTube channel. There's a clip from the film we're doing. And
why does that kid look like they've been held at gunpoint?
It looks like Poppy.
Seriously, with the look in this person's eyes, it's either they fucked up on tranquilizers or someone's holding them at gun or knife point with a fucking board in front of them behind the camera, like a cue card.
Thank you.
They is treating me good. They have not raped me
That's why
yet.
she got the job. She's a good actress.
Okay,
This person looks scared shitless.
You need to cover that.
Daniel, you're in here. Can you type that out in the chat? The name.
They has not shot me yet.
You can look on my Twitter account. Look on my YouTube channels. Look up my name. You'll
Okay, so
All
hold on.
All right. Yeah. Hey, you want to say all that?
lazy bastard, aren't you?
Listen. Can you link your Twitter account so we can see
Here,
what you're talking about?
I got that. I will also send you a link to his Twitter. I have all this compiled because I can take like 3 fucking seconds and link your website everywhere. I can find everywhere you fucking exist due to using the Maltegan search algorithm. You are the most easy fucker to track.
Yes. Also, don't keep
I'm not
redoing it
hiding
again, please.
anywhere. You want to meet me in Baltimore? We can set it up.
Oh yeah. If you want to meet in Baltimore, we can do that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You talking about Baltimore,
I'm an
brother.
hour away. We can meet up.
I got some
So-
crips that are crip in Baltimore.
Not really anything damning here, but I found emails that are supposedly from either him or Stephanie. I can't tell. It's archived from an old Satanist forum. And yep, they were married from 1999, got divorced in 2003, according to records. 2004.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it takes a while for the divorce to go legal, but we actually separated in 2001.
Cass, pull that up on screen.
Which part?
The screenshot I just posted.
Okay, so this is the person, right?
Yeah.
He does realize that
Professional profile
Accelerator
videos.
wasn't fucking the little kid, right?
Okay, so this is them. How old they be now?
Daniel, how old is she?
She was 18 in 1999, so...
Was this the book Satanist Guide to
I-
Bible Contradictions by Stephanie Cholinsky?
That's actually something she wrote, self-published, but we actually wrote an article that was in a book called Satanism Today by a psychiatrist. I can't remember his name. You can look up the book. It was called Satanism Today. It was published around 2002, I believe.
Cass, I got more for you. Hold on.
Okay.
You tell me how old you think this girl is.
Let's see. I'm probably going for maybe about like 32, perhaps.
Well, when we got married, she was 18. She looked 13. That's why I married her.
And now
I'm assuming.
Can somebody on the Twitch chat fucking clip that, please?
Fuck, I hate this.
See, here we go, acting shocked again because I said the same thing.
What I'm trying to say is I'm assuming her age as of right now. You fucking bastard.
By the way, absolutely no one's shocked. These are things we've heard before. It's the fact that you verbalize it in words and we have the audio to back it up in the future.
Keep doubling down on the
Yes, I know she would be about 41 now, but I don't know when any picture of her you found was taken. I don't know. I haven't seen her since 2001, so I don't know.
She was born in 81, so yeah.
Seriously, like, why does this kid look like they're being held at gunpoint?
You know about DanielRumano's. Is that even like? Is that even like somebody, or is that just like one of his like websites trying to masturbate?
That's one of his. I'm just posting it for posterity.
Okay, no problem. All right, so.
Gary, motherfucker, is gonna come back in the room again. Seriously, like
that thing I just posted was Daniel's WordPress site.
All right.
Can't you tell how totally not afraid I am? But it looks like I expect a lot of haters.
Here, or are we through?
Sorry?
We have anything else to talk about here? Because it's getting pretty boring.
I don't feel a need to keep.
Which library do you hang out over at Baltimore?
What?
Library?
You said earlier, like, probably not this interaction, that you likes going to the library.
I find it funny that 2 or 3 years ago, I had a friend. We'll call her a friend. That I asked about, and she knew about you because you had a reputation in the Baltimore area of being fucking free.
Okay. I am a freak. I'm an absolute freak.
I mean, we know that.
Cass, do you remember that?
Yeah,
When you
I
posted the text messages.
yes, I do remember that. Yeah.
Let me see if I still have those.
All right, go ahead.
Make them as public as possible. Just make sure you spell my name right.
No one cares.
Make sure the police are aware of everything I'm doing. That way I can't even take a shit without the cops being near my door.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. It's not going to be police. It'll probably be Federal Bureau, NSA, who the fuck ever decides to take it.
Boy, you make sure to archive everything very thoroughly. We want Danny Boy to see all of our friends.
The only thing I've ever seen was in a James Bond movie, for God's sake.
Oh, don't worry.
Domino's.
Don't worry.
Well, Mary one. She was from the NSA, sure.
Would you would you like to meet my friends, Daddy? Because they won't like you.
Oh, by the way, Kaz, one of your videos you're using a Frank Sinatra song. Isn't that a bit hypocritical?
How is that hypocritical?
Frank Sinatra dated Tuesday Weld when she was 14 and he was 46. Look it up.
Did I not tell you the whole thing about like the art of those people doesn't matter? It's what they do in real life. I could like Frank Sinatra's music and not like the fact that he was going after children.
Yeah, dude.
Like I said last time, I have zero fucking problem with your stories.
Let's be real here. Frank Sinatra wrote a fucking love song with his daughter.
Yeah, that was weird.
Can I ask Daniel something? As someone who's also someone who's worked in the literary field.
I know.
Do you understand the concept of death of the author, or do we have to take you back to high school or middle school fucking English class and teach this to you?
I was just asking a question because he acts like he's so zealous about all of this. I just wonder if he even knew.
Zealous about this? You mean the fact that
Yeah, you already know the answer. It's you apply death of the author. So shut the fuck up and stop being a facetious little shithead.
I have never made a position.
Well, and
where
again, I can enjoy the art without the aspect of them. I can admit that, yeah, a lot of actors, singers back then, they're all up in that shit. A lot of people in the entertainment industry are and were in that shit. I can still enjoy their art and not like them as a person.
Yeah, that's practically the short and skinny of it. I've never made a condemnation or attacking someone for their art and going, oh, I'm not going to enjoy this because they're this. I've never said that.
Fair enough.
No. You're making these weird assumptionary games because you're retarded.
No,
Fuck off.
You even knew that because a lot of people don't.
Okay, cool.
So was Elvis, but who gives a shit? You're not them.
Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page, you know.
Yeah, you're going to be hard-pressed to find anyone in entertainment or politics who doesn't have their hands in some dirty shit, unfortunately.
So you're surprised that I do? I'm a comparative absolute nobody. I know. So I'm not saying I'm a celebrity, but I am in show business. I am an entertainer. So you're surprised that I'm a bit of a freak?
No one cares about surprise, and it doesn't matter if other people are doing it. That doesn't make it right for you to do it. Just because, someone touched a girl in the 1930s and he was a famous movie star, that makes it okay for me.
I never said it made it okay for me. I just said don't be a hypocrite.
How am I being hypocritical?
I didn't say you were being hypocritical.
You just said don't be a hypocrite, which would imply I'm being hypocritical. So what am I being hypocritical about?
Now, I'd imply that if you're saying that you believe in separating the artist and what they do in real life from their work, then I agree with that. But a lot of people don't believe in that.
And I'm not being hypocritical. I'll apply that to you too. I'm willing to say, like, your writing, I don't really care. It's bad schlock. It's written poorly. Outside of you taking people's names to put into it, I don't have an issue with the fiction. I have an issue with what you do outside of that. I make fun of your stories because they're awfully fucking written and they're fun to make fun of. I don't do it because it's about some random characters you made up in your head and they happen to be underage.
So if you read something and you don't like it because you feel that it's badly written or whatever, or even if it definitely is, You're supposed to make fun of it. That's what you do.
No,
Yes.
yes, people are allowed to make fun of things, anything, whether they think it's good or bad. I don't know what you're arguing here.
Constructive criticism. Like, dude, like Crimson Rogue and other people like that on YouTube do that all the fucking time.
If you don't want people to make fun of your work, maybe take a lesson or two on grammar.
Yeah, or
Just
like,
saying.
or even then, if the fucking criticism is valid, take the fucking criticism. It's something you should have learned. You're like, what, 50? You should have learned it way earlier in your life.
So what exactly is this logic of because it seems to me you're trying to go for a very particular question about zealousy. What about what I do is so zealous?
You have a picture of yourself in a Crusader costume with, for some reason, Chris Hansen's head.
Nigga, what?
That was
Someone send me that picture.
hold on. That's a joke meme a friend of mine made years ago for my channel.
Can you please send that? I want to see it.
That's
Good,
not.
but if I make a joke, you act like it's serious.
I think it's hilarious that this is what you're looking for, huh?
Please,
it's on my Twitter, dude. It's on my Twitter.
Again,
it's my Twitter.
Thank you.
Let me bring this up again. If you joke about molesting children and thinking people's underage sisters are sexy, why are you surprised when people call you a pedophile and go after you for being a pedophile? Now, if you want to call Cass a Crusader and make jokes about that, sure, you could say that based off if he's repeating a joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with finding suspicion in a person because they keep bringing up and joking about the same exact thing.
Sure. That's my shit.
Sure. He sounds like he sounds like Hank Hill when he does that. Whoa. Look amazing. Anyway.
That's a clean burn in hell, I'll tell you what.
I deal in hebephilia and hebephilia accessories.
Oh my fucking god.
Here we go with the Hank Hill thing. I can actually I got the guy better from Beavis and Butthead that had the same voice, Mr. Anderson. You know, I can do that better.
Cool.
No one cares. You're a shitty actor.
It's the only skill he has.
Really, if you're saying I have what sounds like a Southern accent, that's because
again. So let's
Southern accent with just a few dashes of retardation thrown in.
Yeah, that's the meme I think he's talking about. Honestly, like, yeah, that's a meme a friend of mine made.
And I get that from growing up in Baltimore around people who may be of maybe a bit of a different race than you, Kaz.
Different race? What the fuck?
So now you're gonna accuse other people of racism when you were quoted talking about the blacks and the gays. All right, sir.
Wait, hold on. When have I said anything about race? What?
No, he's implying that you're being racist because his accent comes from being around people of different races.
Yes.
What?
That's retarded.
And again, awfully hypocritical of you to say that when you said what you said about black people and gay men.
What did I say?
Filipinos. Don't forget that.
You want to find the tweet again?
Filipinos? What about Filipinos?
Your story directly has fucking shit takes about Filipinos, dude.
Anything about Filipinos? I know you said something.
Today, Junior.
See, we're going to make insults now.
I'm talking, but you can't hear what I'm saying because.
Welcome to the internet. People insult each other all the time. Have a wonderful stay.
I do. We say, he's upset now. See, because you
are coping and seething pretty hard throughout this entire interaction. We already know this. We already know your butt hurt. You know you need your butt cream.
You also read things off of people's tones. When you talk all meek and shy, yeah, we're gonna think we backed you into a corner and you're acting like you got your balls fucking stomped on. Not surprising. Now, when you speak with confidence,
God, 8 people here.
Confident.
There are 8 people here piling onto one. Yes, if we were here and you were physically fighting me,
I'm
you would
sorry.
win.
I'm sorry,
You
old
would
man.
win.
Can you not take it?
Daniel, you want to go?
Oh boy.
Pick
Please.
a place.
I will pay cold
fucking
hard
street.
cash money
I will
to
beat
watch
your
you
fucking
kick your ass.
Does it make you proud that you have to be in a gang before you're afraid to even talk? If you're not afraid to even talk to
Shut
me?
the fuck up.
I don't
Eyes
need.
on kids.
No. Everybody, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I don't need a fucking gang. I don't need anything. You show up. I show up. We'll have it sanctioned. I will beat your fucking ass.
You want to set that up? I can talk to the Baltimore Boxing Club and we can set it up.
Do it. Do it. Send me the information. I'll fill out the paperwork and I'll fucking beat your ass.
One thing I'm coming there with the camera. Who the hell am I talking to?
My only request is sorry.
Go ahead. No.
My only request is, can I film this and stream it like it's fucking KSI versus Logan Paul?
Yes. No, sure. Go ahead with it. Tell me. Listen. On Discord, xblin 8046. You send me a fucking message. I'll fill out the paperwork. I will do the physical. I'll do whatever you need me to do. We'll do a boxing match. I'll beat your fucking ass.
You look me up first, and then send me that so I know I'm talking to the right person.
I know your shit. You want here? Look, I'll send you a fucking friend request.
All over the screen.
Oh boy.
No, I would not do that. You're gonna find some weird shit in your inbox.
It's a honeypot. He's going to try that dodge now.
It's not a honeypot, retard. It's fucking Discord. I'm saying it wouldn't be the first time you've sent or posted really suspect shit.
What the fuck is this conversation?
I recall that's how your Kiwi Farms thread got shitted up. You posted CP in it.
You want to set up a match? You want to set up a perfectly legal match? You want to sell tickets, have an audience?
Yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to be in on this. I'll even put in. I will sign for a loan just to have this happen.
This will be one of the few times I'll actually be able to go to.
You want to have this happen? We'll do this.
Absolutely.
This is going to be like watching a fully grown adult beat a child. This is not fair in any regard.
You want to do it this year around Halloween? That would be a good show.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll be off from college then. So
Good luck.
yeah,
Man's built like a brick shit house. Just so you know.
Yes.
You don't have any. You don't have any diseases or anything, right, Danny boy?
No. I'm so healthy. It's sick.
I don't care if he does. I'll bathe in his fucking blood. Come on.
You have syphilis. You have syphilis.
Yeah, you don't want syphilis.
I'm 6'2", 190 pounds. What are your stats?
What?
6 foot 220, brother. Come on.
Oh, stop it.
Oh no. Like I said, he's built like a brick shit house. I'll tell you now. Good luck.
I asked the man, and I'm starting to have some respect for this man because he's stepping up. What are your stats?
I'll step up. If you want to do this, we'll do this. I would love to.
I'll bring the body back.
I'll bring lots of alcohol and a camera.
I'll take off work and travel up there just to watch.
Yeah, I actually would join just to
I've
watch.
been meaning to meet you guys IRL, but also I'll bring the cops.
Sure.
No,
Maybe don't bring the feds.
I don't want to do this with
Not
cops.
the feds, the local people
Okay.
from my area.
Listen. If we're gonna do this, I want to do this sanctioned. I want to do it with proper authority in place.
Absolutely.
If you want to do that, we'll do it.
All right.
Baltimore's a hop, skip, and a jump. I'm just north of Philly. I can get there.
Okay, so real quick, what's your height, Daniel?
6 feet 2 inches.
Weight?
Yeah, what's your weight?
Excuse me?
What's your weight?
What is your weight?
How much do you weigh?
190 pounds.
Bullshit.
Why is that bullshit?
Okay,
I've
how
seen
about
your pictures?
how about your height and weight? Again, Glenn, let's just make a comparison. Yeah.
6 foot. And I'm 220 pounds.
Here you go.
You're gonna get your face rocked, dude.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah.
fucking time.
Yeah, he is built like a shit brick house. Come on, dude. Like that much on
You're
that?
going
I'm
to
going to do whatever I need to do just to sit front row.
He's definitely not lanky.
I have a quick question for you. You ever seen American History X?
Yeah.
Mr. Romanos? I want you to imagine the guy from that, but without the big swastika tattoo on his chest.
I really do. Actually, just for you to bite the concrete would be too merciful.
I'm not even talking about.
I'm even worried about it. Look, if you want to do it, we'll do it. You want to do a boxing match? I've trained in kickboxing.
Yes, I've already. Okay, we've decided that. So what you gonna do around Halloween? When you gonna do it?
Yeah, no, we'll do a boxing match. Halloween, we'll do it.
And you understand. You know. As Kaz says, what I do, I'm going to promote this. I'm going to call all news media. Yes, the police will be there to make sure everything's perfectly legal and everything. But sure.
Sure,
Sounds
brother. If you have connections in the Baltimore area, you want to get this going, we'll do it.
I'm all for having this on local news.
Dude, I will put this on my comedy news
If they're
station.
not willing to do it, I'll find another legitimate place that is.
Ron, you can barely beat your fucking self off with some child porn, you old cunt. You're not
No.
fighting.
Hey, take it back a little bit. Go back to the outback. Just fucking chill out for a second.
Oh my fucking god.
Also, you're acting like this is even
Welcome,
going to get
Damien.
that far, and like he isn't going to chicken out like all the YouTube fights.
he
absolutely
will.
This man isn't even showing face.
Yeah.
He's gonna run away with his tail between his legs like the pussy he is. And if he does show up, you know what? I'll say it now. I'll say it now. If you do show up, props. I'll give you props for that. I know you're not gonna fucking show up though.
Herm, shut the fuck up for a second.
Yes, sir.
Daniel.
Oh my.
Daniel, if you're serious
I
about
was
this,
into you too. That would almost be sexy. Go ahead.
Oh.
I don't want to hear that, sir. I'm violating sexual
Would you prefer me to say
My
in
dude,
this voice,
my
you fucking
dude.
weirdo?
my
You two
dude,
should get a
she's too old. She's too old for you. Anyway,
I like you. Maybe not for you. You should get a room. That was some definite chemistry there.
tell me about it. You wouldn't even know.
Oh god, someone go around to Boomer Boy's house and make sure he's got fucking pants on. Jesus Christ.
I will. I'll send the NSA drones. Don't worry.
All right,
Friend-
all right. We're gonna go in fully in fucking Australian. You know, we're gonna fucking fight. We're gonna be like Russell Crowe in this fucking thing.
Oh yeah. Get off me, fucking you.
Someone tell me what Australia's like. I've never been.
Oh, are you from fake country? Are you from New Zealand?
Yes.
Oh, you're the melting Australian.
Oh, Jesus Christ! He's like Australia, but you drop all the vowels out, so you just get down here. And you
I'm real retarded.
Oh my god.
Well, there, and you can trust us around your shit.
Real shit, everybody.
Yeah.
Daniel, if you're real about this, I sent you a fucking friend request. Get me the paperwork. I'll show up in Baltimore. We'll do this shit. You want to have a boxing match? We'll have a boxing match.
Absolutely.
It'll happen. It'll
All
just
right.
be you and the cops will be waiting there.
So please have the paramedics ready. And
I will. I'll be there. I'm EMT certified.
We just need to have a meme where it actually, if it ever actually happens, just goes filtered.
Well, you'll be happy to know, for your own sake, that the Baltimore Boxing Club is just a few blocks from Johns Hopkins Hospital, so you'll be all right.
Oh, it's near John Hopkins.
Oh, dude, I'm not worried about me.
No, I'm not worried about me.
You should be.
God.
Yeah, you fucking should be.
Fucking Jesus.
We'll see.
I love this.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll fucking.
This has
see.
been a very enlightening conversation.
And not
Hey,
in a
hold up. Could
pleasant
I
way.
just
Yeah,
since
sure.
I'm here? Could I please just ask old Merman something?
Go ahead. Go for it.
Hey, Ronil, who is this false bravado bullshit that you do for the benefit of? Like, you're not convincing anybody. Nobody thinks you're the hot shit you're trying to portray yourself as. You just make yourself look like an even bigger dick than you are by default. What's the purpose?
In the first place, you've already once again, I'm an old carny, I know all the dodges, saying nobody pays any attention to you, nobody reads your stuff, nobody watches your show, or whatever you are talking to somebody. That's another one of the old dodges. It's bullshit.
It's not an
Stop
old
it.
dodge. It's examination of your retardation. Sorry,
I'm
go ahead.
asking you, decrepit idiot, why you keep lying about yourself, why you keep trying to act like a hard ass, when the reality is you're a sad, pathetic old lame ass hiding behind a computer screen who doesn't have the nutsack to take his...
I'd rather be doing this on
Shut
live
the
video.
fuck up, I'm talking to you,
No,
old
I'd rather
cunt.
be doing this on live.
Nah, don't talk
You're
over
too
me.
fucking retarded to fucking get your laptop when you're sitting at home. We know you're at home. Go get your fucking laptop and get the real fucking shit and get on camera, faggot. Do it. Do it! I fucking dare you.
You sound like Shia LaBeouf. That's awesome. Sorry.
I dare you, I double dare you, motherfucker. Jump on your laptop one more time.
I don't need to go on the laptop for that.
Oh, grow up here.
So let
Then
me
fucking do it already.
Can I just ask a question real quick? All right, can I just ask a question? So you said here how you're fuck.
Nice balding fucking haircut.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Fucking kid
looks
that
retarded.
died of dementia.
He looks like gutter raisins.
phone
What
with
the
logic
fuck is
sounds.
this?
You want to go down
Oh,
this
dude,
route? I'll
Jesus,
fucking do it too.
Bro, yo, when that boxing match happens, can someone knock those teeth out so I can get some replacements? Holy shit.
Look.
And you guys
Looks like
said
Ozzy
this
Osbourne fucking let himself go. What the
Sorry,
fuck?
British people look attractive compared to this.
Yo,
Well,
look,
thank you, Psyops.
It actually does quite look like a British woman.
Is
Christ.
he trans or what?
You know,
I
Respect
think that's
my
the problem.
pronouns.
It's not.
hey, yo, Ronnie Mershonald, just because I live in your head rent-free doesn't mean you need to rip off my lip,
Dude,
bro.
he does look like
far too ugly to pull it off.
Dude, someone just said in chat he looks like Chris Chan if lost weight. Holy shit, he does.
I can't see it now.
Look, you got Blend over here. You got Romano. So look at that. Yeah. Oh boy. It's not a contest.
I fucking dare you, faggot. You old motherfucker. I will rip you apart. You want to box?
shit.
We'll fucking box.
I believe it.
You fucking child fucking piece of shit. What is wrong with your fucking teeth? What is wrong with your fucking teeth? Holy
Dude,
shit!
Holy shit, dude, did you floss with barbed wire?
You know, I almost think he gets off on the
It's a hipster
humiliation
thing in Baltimore.
sometimes.
Want me
Look
to
at my
answer the
teeth.
question?
Look at his teeth. Go for it.
Question?
Speak.
It's a hipster thing in Baltimore. You try to look like you drink coffee all the time, which I do. You're a caffeine
No,
freak. It's
you-
cool.
I look
No, you
more
don't
like
wanna
a
drink
does that
water.
even mean?
Hey, well, hold up. I can't even argue with that. Caffeine freak, sure.
Monster Energy, though, not coffee.
It's still caffeine. Whatever.
But your ass gonna be so fucking.
Why do you look like Mother Teresa if she smoked crack? What the fuck?
I have a quick question. Why are you pursing your lips like you're a 50-year-old trying out Snapchat filters, trying to look hot on Facebook?
Why are you so correct?
Who the fuck is this?
And again, look at
Buffalo
him
Bill
smiling. Like
fucking,
I said,
"Would you
I'm
do
pretty
me?
sure this
I'd do me with
motherfucker
the
gets off on
motherfucker."
us humiliating him.
Yeah, he's probably jerking off right now.
See, this is the
No,
other thing I don't get
enjoy
about the
you
internet
people.
tough guy gimmick.
I enjoy you
This is
people being so easily manipulated. That's what I enjoy.
I'm not a baby later.
You like
Well,
us
you're
being
manipulating
easily...
yourself, right?
Yo, hold up. You like us being easily manipulated? Do you know how much shit we have on you just from what you've said in this fucking call? Are you
Dude.
fucking
Yes, and
retarded?
I told you, make it as public as possible. That's what I'm here for.
Let me tell you something, faggot. I'm gonna turn those fucking teeth inside out. I'm gonna turn your fucking hair inside out. And you ain't even gonna know who the fuck you are anymore when I'm done with you. Boxing fight. Let's fucking go.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that
Try
made me moist.
Try it, you fat little hillbilly. Come on.
Kind of made the mistake.
I'm a fat
Oh.
hillbilly.
Hold up.
Says the guy with the extended double chin.
Hold up. This is exactly the point I was trying to make about Merman trying to sound tough. Wrong.
Lynn, it's okay. He just had himself full screen. He got a little confused.
Dude, hold on. Romanos, you can't be saying that when you look like an average son of psyops.
Child.
Yeah, like you can't say that, Danny, when you look like a 30-year-old fucking UK Karen with that London look fucking teeth. Look at that. It looks all rotten. What is that shit?
This is exactly what I'm getting at. I don't know how this cunt keeps faking that he's this big badass when no, he isn't. The only Ron, the only way that you're badass is the fact you're both bad and
My name
an
is
ass.
not Ron, Davey. Stop it. Ron was my stepfather's name, for God's sake. Stop it.
Hey, how about you go
Well, it says Ron Merchant in your marriage record, sir. So
But you use it because you think it bothers me.
Ron, shut the fuck up.
You literally look like you're just gonna pop up in Blend's house. Goes, can I see your manager?
Jamie, shut the fuck up.
Listen here, faggot.
Hey, how about
you want
you
to go?
suck my
We'll
dick?
fucking go. I will fight your ass, and I will beat your ass.
Fred from his job at the dry goods store decides to give orders.
Shit. You fucking pedophile nigger. I will kill you.
whoa,
This is getting
God, that would
nice.
be amazing.
Stop talking about it and do
Cats,
it.
I
or
apologize for the
run
extreme,
your
but
little white boy
we're
mouth.
getting extreme here.
I think it's entertaining, so let's just go.
This is Kaz. People keep saying we need internet blood sports again. We have
we
it.
really do.
Yes, we do. We really do.
Hey, yo,
have it.
Blinn, I just found IRL footage of what's about to happen.
I mean, we're talking about extremes. It makes sense. Ronald's extremely retarded.
Cass, can you do me a favor?
That's
Sure.
the Roman nose.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
That conquered
I'm
the
going to
world.
send you a
That's it.
link to music that will not get copyrighted.
Okay. Sure.
Play this.
Also, dude, what kind of headphones are those?
I'm scared.
They are Corsairs. I don't know what they are. They're old.
Okay. I thought they were like
I'll play the song right now.
Dynamic Bear or something.
Let me know when you're playing the music. Yes.
It's playing right now.
Kind that you buy at Walmart.
Listen here, you fucking piece of shit. I will rip you down. I will tear you down. I will beat your ass. I will have the boxing gloves. I will beat you like the little bitch nigger you are. I will fucking destroy you.
Listen to white boy here. Like,
Yeah. You know what?
Come and
Listen
use
to
that
me.
word at Baltimore.
Listen to me,
too.
faggot. Listen to me, faggot.
Use that
Yeah,
word
I'll
at
go to-
Baltimore.
Yeah, I grew up in the fucking area. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to live in fucking Baltimore. You shut your fucking mouth, you fucking broken teeth, faggot. I will tear your ass to pieces. I have 2 children. I have an 8-year-old and a fucking 2-year-old. And I'll tell you fucking
Well,
right
what do you
now,
tell
if you
him?
came anywhere near my fucking daughter, I would rip your fucking throat out. You wanna go? We'll fucking go! I'm telling you right now. You are a
Bring your
piece of
daughter.
shit.
Bring your daughter. We need a prize.
Yeah, I'll bring my fucking daughter. I'll let her
Hey,
watch
Ron.
you fucking die. You fucking piece of
Hey,
shit.
Ron, that's
I will kill you
Ron,
in the
that's-
fucking ring.
Ron, I think it's fucking hilarious. You're talking about,
boy.
"Oh, I touch kids." Dude, you use a paper bag as a sex toy. Shut the fuck up.
You have a hard day at the dry goods store, Damien. Where the old lady boss, makes you tie your hair back so
Can you
people don't
see a
say about
fucking
how
speech
filthy you look.
therapist, you retard? Fuck.
I have an ear infection and I can't finger
The
it
fact
out.
that there's autists in this
Better
world.
more
will-
than a fucking
Excuse me.
4-year-old
You
who
got
just
hearing
learned to
aids? I'll
talk.
fucking the ear. Fucking clear that shit out.
But okay, hold on, Ronnie boy, Danny boy, right? So let's explain like this. How the fuck is your articulation so bad the autists in the room can speak better than you? How the fuck are we having that?
Stop it.
No, seriously.
I mean, you're right, and it's weird. I didn't think of that.
It's not even really a joke. I'm seriously curious. How is your articulation this poor? Like, holy shit, dude.
Ask, can you do me a favor and play YouTube videos?
Sure, yeah. Oh, like seriously, holy fuck. Your articulation skills are piss poor, dude.
Oh, I gotta say the same thing over and over.
I'm just bringing up the facts, dude.
Listen to you, Dave. You can't even speak without the saliva running down your chin.
I'm sorry, what?
You can't even speak without stowing.
Danny boy, this is the birth of something great. It's furry Medica once again. It's internet blood sports.
Bring back the blood sports.
This is my point. This is my point. Wish.com Eric Draven over here keeps trying to sound like a husband.
We got a sustainable source of corn.
Nobody's
just
interested in you,
sacrifice all the
David. Go
pedos
back
to
to
the
the
corn.
dry goods store and listen to what your boss tells you.
Oh, Ron, get some better material.
Puss baby, maybe get a fucking job.
Dry goods store. Sir, this isn't
At
a
least
grocery
he
store in the
works.
countryside in fucking 1800. Christ.
At least he works, Daniel.
Daniel, do you actually have a means of income other than being a parasite on the fucking socialist programs?
And even then, us socialists don't want you.
What are you talking about?
Do you actually make
I'm
income?
talking about,
Yeah, about insurance. We told you
various other things.
this hours ago. What, we're starting the show over. It's a different audience now. I have an insurance policy my mother left me. That and the money from
So
her
you
old
feed
house
off
that
of
we
your dead
sold.
mother's insurance. Okay, cool. We just
Listen,
established
listen here, faggot. How much
I
is the
have had this in common with-
how much is the purse for this fight? I'll take that fucking money from you.
Ooh.
Hey, sorry, I just want to clarify something. Sorry, guys, I just want to clarify something. Daniel, you say your mother's dead.
Please clarify for us what the fuck is going on right now.
Can I ask something real quick? Can you even afford the fucking setup for the fight? Can you afford training? Can you afford just going there?
Bro, I don't even need fucking training. I'll do this.
Stop it.
No, I'm not saying to you, Glenn. I'm saying to Danny Boy. Like, can you even afford that?
What are you talking about?
Going to the fight at all, signing up the papers and shit. You do realize there's a little bit of fees involved in that, right? Like at least a little bit. You even afford that?
I'm just confused.
How can I afford it? I don't have any money problems.
Wait, so you don't have money problems, or is that your way of saying it's because my mom died and she basically pays for me for the grave?
You don't have money problems. That's why you haven't had your fucking haircut since 2017.
Nice drop ceiling, faggot. Did you steal that from the elementary school? Anyway, can we get a fucking house tour real quick?
Yeah,
Dude, I work in elementary school.
What fucking trailer are you living in?
I'm just saying, like, you look at that teeth, it's clearly that you have very poor dental, which I'm sure that's indicative of the fact you can't even afford it.
Yeah,
the question is,
Daniel, you approach any of the schools where I work, I will immediately escort you off the premises and have the police put a couple rounds in the back of your head. Understood?
Stop it.
It's like
No, hold
on. I'm just saying that if you're so financially secured, then you would have better dental. Look at that. Look at the London look, man. It's on steroids with your teeth. Look at that shit. Looks rotten through.
He makes British people's teeth look like relatively decent.
I know. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. It's London look
He
on
makes
steroids.
British people look
Did you just say
attractive.
no, I wouldn't? So you wouldn't have better dental if you had more money?
What?
What did you say, Yorkie?
Stop comparing my people to this fucking mutant.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But he compared us Jewish people to the Christians.
Yeah. So again, what is your standard of living? Like, how is the condition there? Can you even afford a haircut? Can you afford a haircut?
I live in an apartment in Baltimore.
Good sir. Can you afford deodorant? Is really the crux of the question.
You know, it's funny. You're living in an apartment at 50 some odd years old in fucking Baltimore while I own a house at fucking 31. Fucking get that
I'm not
shit.
interested
Get
in
your
owning a
fucking
house.
shit together.
Well, that's
I
a
sold,
definite.
I sold my mother's house when she died. I
for a
could have owned the house.
No,
Well, it's-
hold on, let him
Sorry.
speak. Say again. I'm sorry.
I'm not interested in owning a house. Why do I want to own a house?
It's
Oh,
an
for fuck's
investment for
sake!
your
Stop
fucking
lying all the time.
retirement,
You
you dumb
cunt. Just admit
motherfucker.
you're a loser.
So you don't have to be a rent cuck your entire life.
Fucking
Having some kind of
So I have to have the freedom
having
to
a
come
little
and
bit of
go
fucking. Go ahead.
So I have the freedom to, if I get bored of this neighborhood, I can move to another one easily. Why would I want to change that?
You can sell a house, you fucking retard.
Hold on, Mr. New Zealand, you
That's
shut the
ridiculous.
fuck up for a second. It's called having some collateral for loans, or maybe if you want to move into another house, you can sell it and get some money, or if you get into a bad
I don't need
spot,
a loan.
you
I don't
have
want to move
something.
into a house.
There's a
Don't
simpler
stop.
reply to this. When you're a normal grown man and you're not chasing after 13-year-olds, you don't have to change your location every 5 months because the police keep knocking at your door.
Oh, here we go.
I obtained his phone's IP address.
Oh, here we go.
Good.
Oh
So,
my God,
my-
Cass.
Why does this nigga look like fucking Agatha Harkness up in this bitch?
Oh Jesus! I didn't even think of that.
He looks like a witch.
He does. Why are you correct?
I have a feeling that if we keep hold on. I keep feeling if we keep talking to this fucker, he's gonna try to sell us essential oils. You know, like with like fucking the long hair,
Oh God.
painted long hairs and shit.
The Wicked Witch of the West is gonna sell us some fucking children.
I feel like he's gonna pitch.
Want to
us,
buy some essential
a-
oils? They got the souls of
next
childs in them.
transphobic Harry Potter book.
Do we have anything at all constructive to say anymore? We're going to say the same nonsense over and over.
Welcome to Bloodsport.
Yes,
Well,
get your
tell you
life
what,
in order.
I know. Welcome to the internet. That's my excuse.
Welcome to
because
the
if one
internet.
else here acts like a little bitch, I will as well. All right.
Oh,
That's your
bitch, baby,
Bitch,
bitch, baby, piss, baby, bitch, boy.
Again,
You ain't seen
awfully
shit,
bold.
motherfucker.
Just show
Wait,
up.
wait,
Make
wait,
sure to
awfully.
sponsor that fight.
Hold up 1 minute.
We
Awfully
love
bold
money.
words to be talking about being a little bitch when he's the one who stuck his fingers in his ears and went la 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 because he couldn't stand a woman talking to him. You did. It's in the fucking video, you retard.
No, I'm making fun of your voice. You have no self-awareness.
I know.
to such
Listen,
extent.
old man. I
You
know that
don't even know how
Alzheimer's is
to-
starting to eat away at that gray matter in your brain, but it wasn't that long ago. Come on, recall here. You can do this. Come on, I believe in you.
See, I'm doing it again.
Hey.
That's what you
I'm
said.
not saying. I'm not really saying anything that'll allude to anything. But if Epstein could figure it out with a bed sheet, I think you can do it too.
Yeah, I'm sure if you would have had a fucking invite, you would have went to his fucking island, you piece of shit.
Yeah, Ronnie, keep the earth beautiful.
You
End
drown
yourself.
halfway there.
I actually wrote a story that will be
No one
out
cares.
later next
No one
year.
cares.
but
No one cares.
Oh no.
Jeffrey Epstein
No one
factor.
cares.
You're going to enjoy
is
that.
it about how you would actually do humanity a favor and maybe neck yourself?
No, it's about how Jeffrey Epstein was actually doing humanity a favor by being here with us.
Wait. So you no, hold up. Number one,
The
you say
FBI
you're
would
against
like to know your
pedophilia.
location.
No, everyone shut up for a minute. You say you're against pedophilia. You say you're against molesting children, yet you're saying he did the world the favor by molesting children and building a pedophile ring to facilitate other people in the molestation and sexual trafficking of children.
Oh, God,
Got
you
you.
actually
Just making sure we're on the same page here, bud.
Baltimore's not that
Talking
far
about
away from
science
DC.
fiction story, for God's sake. Stop it.
You just said
Yo,
the story
brother,
is
come
about
on,
how
come
you
on.
believe he benefited us by being here. Those
No,
were
I
words
said
out of
in the
your own mouth.
story he does.
Hey,
It's a
Berm.
science fiction story.
Yes.
Hey, Berm. DanielRumano's is Homelander at fucking Herogasm, and we're the boys.
Fuck no, this motherfucker is nowhere near as fit as Homelander is.
Yeah,
This boy like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Flynn. This man is the Deep. No one respects him. And he has to stick his dick in things that should not have his dick stuck in them.
Yeah, fair
And
enough.
then play
Fair enough.
victim.
Hey, speaking of places we put our dick,
I just saw he smiled at that comment too.
It's obvious. It really is.
What is obvious?
What I just said.
We didn't even hear you.
We couldn't hear what you fucking said because you roboted it out because your mic.
Hold on. Sorry. One at a time. Vash.
Oh, I'm just saying that Cass during this live stream has actually made more money in a project than you have.
How much have you
I'm
made,
not here
Cass?
to make money.
Huh?
How much has the stream made?
He's not here to make money because he doesn't care about it. He has a fucking basement to live in. It doesn't matter.
Oh, stop it. It's the same things over and over.
Stop. Oh, stop it. Stop it, guys. Stop it.
I'm walking here, motherfucker. I'm about to send your ass to New York prison.
Like, are you on like a 3rd or 4th floor, Daniel, in your apartment?
Yeah, the drones would like to know as well.
Well, I'm just wondering because, you know, if so, you could always just go out the window. It's a sudden stop, and everything will be fine.
I have a quick question
I
for
want to use a
everyone here.
direct card.
When this man does the stop it, Cass. Oh God. Does anybody else get just a little bit of a fruitcake vibe from him? Do you think maybe a hate boner for all the men in his life?
He sure sounds like a faggot to me. So
yeah.
Look, it takes one to know one, and I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure.
I need to ask real quick.
like this dude's a
Danny,
legit handbag swinging.
So so Danny boy, since we're on this topic, I need to ask this question. So I don't really give a fuck about the whole money thing, but I do have a question revolving around a similar type of idea. What have you done in your life that was actually made any impact? And that's the question I need to ask.
Impact in what way? We're not all here on this earth to make impact.
Anything like helping people, maybe like getting yourself involved in politics or philosophy, actual debates, maybe a job, maybe a career path that actually involves you in the world.
Kaz, I would love right now to be able to do a debate where I could talk
No,
about...
stop deflecting. This is exactly my fucking point. Because at the end of the day, the whole money argument you keep throwing out too doesn't matter. What I'm trying to ask is, what did you do in your life? You're in your 50s. What did you do in your life that was actually unique, purposeful, or good for the world? You preach about morals. Put your money where your put your fucking foot where your mouth is. Tell us. What did you do with your life?
By advocating for what I advocate for, that would allow people to love each other the way God intended.
So pedo shit.
The only thing that you will do beneficially for humanity, and I hope it happens, is that you get a heart attack that's so fucking huge that it kills your whole goddamn family. That's what I hope.
I have a question for you real quick if we're on the whole topic of free love. How do you feel about zoophilia and incest?
What was the first thing you said? I didn't hear you.
How do you feel about zoophilia and incest?
Bestiality.
Bestiality, yeah.
Zoophilia, it is in the first place, it is against the biblical law. We'll say that, but it's not something I understand.
Not if you read the Bible.
You gonna let me finish? You asked me a question. You gonna let me finish?
Go ahead.
It's not something I understand. I have heard that people have this attraction. It's not something I understand, so I'm not going to judge people that do that. As far as incest is concerned, I'm against it because of the possible consequences of inbreeding is a bad thing.
If we're taking the chance of pregnancy out of it, how do you feel about it? Do you think people should have the right to fuck animals and or their siblings, parents, whatever, incestuous relationship?
It's not my place to say what rights people have.
And there we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna make this clear.
Gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah, we
It's
got
up to
him.
the people that make the laws. I don't have a problem with it.
Wait. So you're against the laws that
law.
are put in place, but then you go back and say that it's up to the
No,
people
I'm
who
not
make
against
those
the
laws.
laws. I'm not against the laws. I'm against people
Except
not
you just,
understanding those
but you
laws.
just said no. Wait, hold up for a second. Hold up for a second. Earlier, out of your own mouth, you said that the laws we have now, based on age of consent, are wrong and that they will be reversed in the future. So if in the case of
That is
zoophilia and
not what I
incest, you
said.
believe that laws should be held up, why does that suddenly not apply in the case of pedophilia and ebophilia?
Well, in the first place, if that's what I said, that's what I meant. These are different issues.
How is it
You want
different
to
issues
lump all these things
if your
together?
whole message here is that nothing
of
should get
those
in the
things-
way of anyone loving, no matter what the relationship is like? What's the difference between you fucking a 10-year-old and someone fucking a cat?
If you don't know the answer to that, you have a problem.
No, I do know the answer. The answer is that both are innocent creatures who cannot consent to sex properly, and you shouldn't be fucking either, or advocate for fucking either.
Listen, I have
I'm
two.
not.
All right, Daniel. I have two pertinent questions.
All right.
What do you think the age of consent should be?
All right. First place, I am going to answer this question. So don't say, oh, he's trying not to answer it. I'm going to say, I've got asked this by every interview I've done on this subject. Whatever answer I even start to give, people are going to attack it. So
Right,
don't even bother.
So hold on, wait, everybody here, guys,
Hmm.
let him speak. Do not speak over him. Let him go. Go ahead.
I believe that laws like that should be based upon biology, scientific fact. We're talking about a biological function.
Okay.
Neither my moral beliefs or your moral beliefs or anyone else's moral beliefs should come above the fact when we're making a law that governs everyone that has to do with something that's biological function. Now, nature, or God if you prefer, has given us something that tells us when the age of consent should be. And you're all going to scream and say, "Oh, we've got him now. He said this." But what
Wait,
nature?
hold on. Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt, guys. Are we going to scream or are we going to keep ourselves quiet and let him speak?
No, I had an actual question for when
No,
he's finished.
just
but
let it go. Let him finish. I just want to make sure
That's
that
why I
nobody's going to
said
talk
when
over
he's
him.
finished.
I think
But-
the thing that would be.
But listen. I have a follow
I
up
think the
question
thing that would
after.
be.
Listen, let him finish. I have a follow up question after this. Just let it go. Do not
I think
speak.
the thing that would be best for society would be to base it upon biology, to base it upon puberty. And oddly enough, if we look at the past, at one time it was. For instance, in Jewish law, even though they don't practice this these days, I'm not saying that they do, in Jewish law, girls are considered technically adults at 12 and boys at 13. And I think that around that, or maybe a bit later, if you want to be careful about it, we should put the age of consent. Now, saying that, let me add one thing. I don't have a problem with the age of consent as it is. What I have a problem with is people misunderstanding what that means and adding bullshit to it, saying, oh, that means that you can't have sex with someone who's under, say, 16. That means you can't date them either. That means if you're attracted to them,
Daniel,
there's something sick
Daniel,
about
hold on. Daniel, hold on. I'm asking you, what do you think the age of consent should be for sexual intercourse?
I already answered that. I think biologically, and it should be based on science because it's biological function. I would say,
Sir.
listen.
I understand your point. I'm asking for a simple answer. Give me
You're
an
asking
age.
for a simple answer so you can react with disgust to it.
No. Seriously, I'm not. I'm asking you personally.
I already answered that. 12 or 13.
Okay.
Maybe a bit later.
Now wait. What is the after you turned 18? What's the youngest you ever had sex with?
After I turned 18, 14.
Thank you. I rest my case.
So I have something to say real quick outside of that, though.
It wasn't illegal.
You want to base it upon biological reality. The biological reality is that some girls hit puberty as early as 8 or 9. In that biological reality, they could get pregnant, and according to you, that's okay because we are steered by biology to impregnate girls that young. They physically cannot handle that. At that age, your pelvis,
No,
your
I did
body
not
in
say
general
that.
is not adapted. No, if
my
you're
words are
based,
being
no. One second. We didn't cut
say,
you off. You don't cut me off.
Daniel, Daniel, I let you speak. Let her talk.
We're speaking in biological reality.
Hey!
No,
I asked you a simple fucking question. You let her fucking speak.
I'm speaking biological reality. If you argue that biological reality is that there is something within us that tells us that this age should be appropriate, then you need to face the fact that that's not always the case. Because again, there are girls who hit it young, and a part of sex is that they can get pregnant, and these laws are in place to fucking protect them. Because at that age, your body is not physically ready.
That's what I said.
Yeah, and this is what I'm getting to you on. You're arguing that the laws should be set by a biological standard. The biological standard is that kids that age are not prepared for that, which is why these laws exist to protect them because of what can happen.
You're the one talking about 8-year-olds. I wasn't talking about
Because it
8-year-olds.
applies to 8-year-olds. The biological reality, if you want to
No, it
talk to it and
doesn't.
you want to talk about being
I'm asking for
pubescent,
an actual number. I
yeah,
put the
and
number
I'm
on the
telling
high end.
okay,
On the high end,
and I'm
when people
telling
hit-
you here, Mr.
This
I'm
is why
attracted to them
this is why
once
I
they're
talk over it. She
post-pubescent.
never stops.
There are girls
She
who
never
hit
stops.
puberty, a lot of them who hit it at 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yes. So I put it at the high end. That doesn't make it right.
Then why are you advocating for it if it doesn't make it right?
What is the difference to you between
said
an
it was
8-year-old
better
or a
for the-
9-year-old who's gotten her period and a 12-year-old who's gotten her period and is now post-pubescent? What is the difference in your eyes?
Look at that shitty internet. Look at them fucking that PowerPoint presentation.
Does everyone else here get what I'm saying, though? If you're arguing that you're attracted to
No,
post-pubescent girls,
absolutely.
and you're basing it on biological reality, the biological reality is, especially nowadays, a lot of their girls are getting their periods younger and younger. They're post-pubescent at a younger age.
For very unnatural reasons. That's not biological reality.
No, there's
not
always
nature.
been girls who have gotten their periods very early in
All
life.
right, so wait, Verm, hold on. Daniel, would you argue that girls are getting their periods younger and younger because of additives in food and hormones and things of that nature? Yeah, just a yes or no answer.
Possibly.
It seems likely. Would you say that much?
Yes.
Okay.
But that is unnatural, and that something should be done about that. It's obviously harmful.
Okay, you know what? For once in my life, I can say I agree with you on that
I
point.
could agree with that too.
Now-
but my point still stands that even before all that, there were girls who hit puberty at such a young age. It's
Now-
always been a thing.
I'm trying to contextualize what Verm was saying in what she was saying. Do you think that a girl that is 14 or 15, where pubescence would usually pop up back when things were normal, before all the additives in food and like?
Actually, it was more 11 and 12. I mean,
Okay, fair enough. I agree with that. Would you say that a girl of that age is mentally prepared to take care of a child at that age when they themselves is still a child?
I actually wouldn't suggest that sort of thing, no, because in this day and age, there would be too much stigma about it that would make it even more difficult for her.
Well, no. Hey, look, I'm taking the stigma out of it. Just we're thinking of like the 1500s when this shit was prevalent.
And it's more the fact, is that child ready to be a mother herself? Let's fuck society's point. Do you believe that girl herself is and should be equipped to look after a child at that age when she's a child herself.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you.
Well, in the first place, we have a problem in the world today that people, young, older, whatever, are having children. In the first place, are not financially capable of taking care of them, do not have the education necessary to take care of them, who have all of these problems and many more, and they put the child out into society that doesn't care and does nothing to help them. So that is a much bigger issue than whether the mother of the child was 14 or 24 or 34. It's a much bigger issue that there are a lot of people having children that shouldn't be.
Let me expand upon that. You and I are on a equal footing here. That a girl of that age is not equipped to take care of a child at that age, right? Just yes or no. More than likely
Generally
not.
speaking, in today's world, yes, but I don't think that's inherently the case.
Well, let me
This is
follow
where I
that
go
up with a
back to
question.
biology, though, because the straight up facts of that is the younger you are, the more complications you have during childbirth. And even before childbirth, the more complications you have even getting fully to term. Not to mention, a lot of girls younger that age specifically have to have abortions because your pelvis is not developed enough to pass a child through it.
That is not true.
It is 100% true. You can look at historical data and you can look at medical data. The younger you are, the higher your complications during and after pregnancy are. You're at a higher risk for bleeding during the pregnancy. You're at a higher risk for fetal complications. There's multiple issues you face during pregnancy the younger you are.
Daniel, I'll let you speak.
Can I answer her, please? The older you are,
listen. I have one point to add to that before you speak, and I will let you speak. The prevalence of postpartum depression in women that are of age. Imagine having to deal with that at 14 when you're already going through puberty and dealing with the hormones that are already in your body.
Are there statistics that prove that a younger mother has more postpartum depression? I've never seen any proof.
I'm not even going into the mental
It doesn't
health
matter.
aspect.
It doesn't matter the age. It's prevalent in how things are today. If you were to change everything, if you were to change the financial situations and the ability and the mental capacity of people having children, it does not change how much postpartum depression that child has or anybody has, even if they are of age. You have to take that into consideration. And what are the chances that mother is not going to be able to take care of that child, regardless of what age they are?
I have a question real quick too, because I want to clear something up. When you think I'm arguing this, what age do you think that I'm arguing that it's best for a woman to have a child? Because you're saying, oh, it gets worse as you get older. What age do you think I'm arguing?
I have no idea. I can't see inside your brain.
Okay, well, I'm telling you now, when I'm bringing up the complications of women having issues early in pregnancy, I'm talking about the age range you're talking about. Scientifically, your early to mid 20s is the best age for you to have a child and have the least complications in birth. It's not when you're fucking 14.
That is probably the case, though there are against that, but that's perfectly all right. Did I say anything about having children? No. I didn't even say anything about having sex, except you kept asking me about the age of consent, and I gave an answer based on scientific terms.
And I brought you the biological reality of sex that
people should be doing.
Hold on, let me
shouldn't judge people if they do it.
All right.
Because you brought up biological reality, I brought up the biological consequences of what can happen and why it's especially worse if you are younger. Because if you're having this conversation about how the age of consent can be lowered, then we need to have the conversation about the implications of having sex at that age.
So, I really try to...
You have the same argument for the implication of having sex with a woman when she's over 30 is more likely to give birth to a child with birth defects? Because that is true.
No, on the other end of that, I would argue that you should actually look into that if you're older too, and be mindful of the fact of having children at that age. But that's a completely different conversation. At least you can consent to the sex. It's a matter of just child rearing at that point.
I do have another line of questioning to go through here. So, say you want to take the sex out of it. You want to be able to date people that are 14, let's say. Would that be accurate? Just yes or no. That's all I need.
I am able to date girls that are 14. I am able to. It's legal.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. At what point, like, would you yourself want to have children of your own? Just generalized question.
In general, it doesn't really. It isn't something that's ever really. That's something I wanted. If I met the right person and we were both healthy and everything, like Vermilion says, the doctor said it would be
Did you just
appropriate.
see him lick his fucking lips like that?
Let him go. Okay. So let's say that you advocated for this and this went through and the laws were changed and everything. So what say not you, but somebody else who did want to have children and the laws went through and there was a relationship between, like, say, like a 20-year-old and a 14-year-old. When would you say would be the appropriate time for them to attempt to start having children?
I have no right to say that. That would be up to them and their personal standards, and I recommend they speak to a doctor or several doctors and make sure that they're healthy. I wish everyone would do that before they had children. It'd be a much better world. We wouldn't have so much disease. We wouldn't have so many birth defects and all of these things.
I mean, to be honest, I can't really argue with that point, but I'm just saying, generally speaking, if a 14-year-old is too young to mentally and physically be capable of it, would you say maybe like 18 to 20 when they both have regular jobs and they have regular financial support within the family unit and they're both physically healthy, that would be a healthy time to try to have children?
Sure. At the very least, it's not up to me to tell them not to. Sure.
So
and no one could legally tell them not to, so it's not really our business. I'm just saying, in a perfect world, according to how I see it or how you see it, I thought that's what we were saying.
Well, there is an explanatory question to that. Like, say they were together between 20 and 14, and now they are 24 and 18. That would be okay for them to have kids then? Just if they were prepared.
It wouldn't be at all unusual.
You don't think it would be unusual for a 14-year-old to be groomed by a 20-year-old?
See, bait and switch. That's exactly what you did. That's not what you asked me. You weren't talking about grooming, which I don't think exists. And right now, the term has become
I will break your legs, sir.
Overused. I'd like to see you try.
What? It is me, the CIA. How do you do, brother? Why are you running? Why are you running?
I'm gonna go get some vinegar and.
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay? I am gay because women do not exist.
You also realize
women don't exist on the internet.
For saying it's a term that doesn't exist. A, it's sure used in a lot of psychological texts. B, it applies to far beyond pedophilia. It's also used in terms of grooming like victims for abuse in general, be that physical, emotional, be they a child, an adult.
True, but you want to look at where the term came from, which makes it a bit suspect. I'm not saying that activity like that doesn't exist. I'm not saying that
Are you saying the term is a sussy baka? I have no story right now. I actually need to get something before I go
Of course, you're not saying it doesn't exist, Daniel. I mean, you've done it several times to little girls.
Let me finish, please. Let me finish, please. The term grooming started as a law enforcement term that began in the 1980s during the Satanic Panic. Now today,
1985, first used in reference to pedophiles.
yes.
Thank you.
And what did you just say? 87? Looks
No,
like one predates.
I said the 1980s. During the same time as the Satanic Panic.
Yo, DJ, play that back.
Except it was originally used in the Oxford English Dictionary and had nothing to do with the Satanic Panic. It was purely talking about pedophiles.
That was not in the Oxford English Dictionary in 1985. I guarantee it.
I'll go grab a copy.
I'm sure it's in the current one, but it wasn't in the 1985 one, if that's what you're saying.
I'll go to the library. I'll grab the 1985 version. I'll stream tomorrow.
Besides, that's the point I was making. It was a law enforcement term from the 1980s. That was part of a thing that's been proven to have been complete nonsense.
The Satanic Panic is nonsense. Grooming is a legit term to describe acts of preparing someone for abuse.
Well, even then, the Satanic Panic might not have entirely been nonsense due to the Finders cult and their sexual exploitation of children at the time.
Satanic Panic was nonsense. I know because I was there. I was part of it. I was with the Bob Larson show.
I'm not even going to argue with you that the Satanic Panic was nonsense. I agree it was complete nonsense pulled out of people's asses. I'm arguing
the Finders cult was a relevant actual aspect of it, and if you do look into the files, it lines up with a similar timeline, but it seemed that it was disproportionately. Also, if you are a Levian Satanist, you are a massive pussy, and go fuck yourself. I am part of the Satanic Temple. Die. Thank you. I'm gonna go get some
I'm not a Satanist at all. I'm a Catholic.
Ah, that's funny. Tell me another joke, man.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying I can at least agree upon that. The mass media hysteria of Satanic Panic was bullshit. The term grooming, however, as it is used today and as in the way it is applied is completely valid.
Perhaps, but people misunderstand it and use it for all kinds of things that it's not, like the controversy right now that the LGBT people are talking about, and I agree with them that people are using grooming to refer to anything that's educating children about the reality of sex in a completely.
Well, I'm not saying it's overused, but grooming in the context of talking about grooming a victim of pedophilia or of abuse is a valid term. I don't care if people are misusing it. If they're misusing it, great. People misuse the meaning of words every fucking day. It doesn't suddenly make a word invalid. And I can agree upon some of the LGBT shit, even as a bi myself. The whole drag queen shit. Sorry, kids shouldn't be introduced to that. Drag queens have always been an adult performative art.
That kids should be able to choose their gender when they're fucking 8 years old in the classroom.
Or that.
That's okay. I'm waiting.
You're asking me? I don't know. I'm not part of that community, and I'm sure they wouldn't appreciate me speaking.
You sure thought it was okay to speak for them? Fucking tell me. Do you think that's okay?
I wasn't. Who was I? What?
You just said that people are using the term grooming against LGBT people in the wrong way. And that they wouldn't appreciate it. So there.
About that, but I'm not going to speak for them about it. They're perfectly capable of doing that themselves.
Fine, I'll do it myself. In some context.
Wait. I'm asking you directly. Do you think it's okay for teachers to tell kids they can pick their gender when they're 8 years old and don't even know who the fuck they are yet?
No teachers are telling kids that. They're saying that such.
There absolutely are.
Bullshit. There's videos of it all over the world.
Someone who went through high school when this shit was reaching its height, it is 100% pushed. And as someone who's actually a part of the community, I feel fine opening my fucking mouth. A lot of it has gone past the point that it should be at. I'm all for teaching kids about safe sex and health, and I think there's a lot of ways in which sexual education can be improved, specifically to prevent things like childhood pregnancy. Great idea. Needing to go in depth about like sexuality and gender and all this shit to kids is unnecessary. Needing to put them in front of drag queens, of which drag has always been an adult performance that has taken place in things like nightclubs and bars and has been very based around burlesque performance, and adult humor does not belong in front of children's eyes.
But you've said several times here that we shouldn't look at the way things were in the past, that things are different now. At the same time that drag was seen as an adult thing, you had Shirley
It still
Temple.
is, though. I'm like, you're saying you're not speaking for the community here.
Would you let me finish?
Yeah.
At the same time, we had Shirley Temple wiggling on old men's laps in the movies. Now, I'm sure you would say that we shouldn't look at that and say that that's all right. And maybe it's not. But just because
I'm telling you this now, as someone who's still in the community, drag is still adult-oriented performance. I've been to drag shows. I have friends who are drag queens. It is an adult performance that does not belong in front of children.
Okay.
And if you need any further proof that this is being brought to a height it shouldn't be brought, look up the kid Desmond is Amazing. His mom's dragging him to fucking clubs to perform late at night in front of old men and get tips. Tell me there's fucking something wrong with that.
Okay, that's not my issue. I'm not as familiar with it as you are. As you said, that's your community.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, in some ways, the term grooming, very applicable.
I know about Desmond.
That's a whole other can of worms.
I know the fact that I know the ending of that story that most people don't.
DM it to me.
I have a ketamine addiction with multiple anal fissures at 16.
I'm not surprised considering his mother put him in with a guy who was in for murdering his friends and dealing ketamine himself back in the 80s and 90s and who had a fucking Rohypnol poster up on the wall. Not entirely surprising.
Yeah. No. Your cause is beneficial.
And wrapping things up because we've gone way off the subject matter. I can't speak on LGBT. It's not my thing. I support them if someone.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, grooming children is your thing.
Something tells me
And
it wouldn't
throwing
be.
them away like they were just a piece of meat.
Something tells me it would be your thing if they put pee in there. let's just
The
be
only
real.
reason I even brought it up and went in depth to it is specifically because you brought up the use of grooming against the LGBT community, and I'm telling you why it's applicable.
Look at this. I just got this. The Elvis movie has crossed $210 million at the box office.
Why is your focus always? Oh, hold on.
17-year-old.
No, quick question. Can someone show me where the fuck I asked?
Yeah. Okay. First, two questions. First,
girls.
Shut the fuck up and let me ask a question, retard. Two. We got two questions going here. One. Who the fuck asked for that? We didn't give a shit. Two. Why do you care so much about money? Why is it always the money your focus?
Oh no, it's not, Cass. It's totally not about the money.
Oh my fucking god.
Well, no, I think his whole point here is that a movie about someone who had a pedophilic relationship is being wildly celebrated by society. My counter argument to that would be a lot of people have very surface level understanding of celebrities in the entertainment industry and what goes on and don't dig deeper. I guarantee you a lot of people, especially nowadays, probably don't know about that. Or they choose to turn a blind eye to what he did.
He met Priscilla when she was 14.
I don't care.
Okay, and that's wrong. What's your point?
I just said. Thank you.
We don't. No one cares. This is old ancient history about a dead celebrity. What? Do I need to get a fucking Ouija board and talk to him myself? Actually, come to think about that, there's another question. Would your mom be able to have an interview? I got the Ouija board right here.
This is other nonsense. No reason at all.
Oh, Brother DanielRumano's.
Well, I have a nice house with a green carpet in the basement. I will say that.
What is your opinion on your own shitty son? And it will spell out the word bitch.
I used to do the Ouija board thing in the carnival. That's not what it's like at all.
I know. I'm being funny and sarcastic. Like we got to take it super serious and shit. You know, it's got a lot of high stakes. Well, money's involved apparently.
It would be different if it's actually funny, but go ahead.
Dash, I'm stealing those gifts.
Definitely
What
funnier
you
than your
think is
shit.
funny and what is actually funny are two very different fucking things, my dude.
I have a quick question, Daniel. Are you able to tell the difference when a room is laughing at you and with you? Because we certainly have been laughing with you.
I just really don't care. A lot of great comedians.
That's how I feel about you, Daniel. I
fundamentally misunderstand the base
blubbering object that needs to be put fucking down.
Are we about finished here? We've been on here for hours. You're not even talking about the issues that I have anything to do with.
Torturing you is fun, sir. I wanna see how long you can last.
It's because you're a minor attracted person that I want you put down.
My man, if you want to leave, then leave. If you don't like it, then leave or stop bitching about it. It's really that simple.
I mean, last time I checked, last time I checked, we did answer all the shit you talked about. We thoroughly decimated your arguments about your support for pedophilia and about biological reality. We basically got you to admit to a bunch of shit on camera, so that's great. And we got a lot of funny jokes and internet blood sports moments out of it. So quite frankly, it's all said and done. It's a rat bow. I don't give a fuck. Cry and seethe and cope, faggot.
Cope, seethe, and mold. Die.
Daniel, I can say this much.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for years to talk to you.
Well, this must be
I have been waiting for years to tear your fucking pedophile piece of shit ass down, and I hope that you
haven't done that yet.
Piece of fucking shit faggot that you are.
Don't worry. Don't worry. You will be taken down.
And you know what? If God thinks it's okay for you to do the things that you do and believe the things that you believe, fuck God. Fuck all that bullshit. I have a higher calling.
Yo, Blinn, you better be calling your right fist God, because this man's face is about to fucking meet it.
His right fist is about to be his face is about to be looking like a fucking pillar of salt. My right fist is gonna be named God. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, let's get this. We can do a GoFundMe about it.
Oh yeah. Oh, fucking please.
Oh yes, no, we can handle this in a myriad of different ways. Like if we really want it done, it will be done. That's a guarantee.
Daniel, Daniel,
for
we
real. Want you to sign paperwork.
Yeah.
And
no, wait, hold on. Wait.
Should you lose?
Okay, let's not. Sell tickets. I win. I give to charity because I don't need the money. You win. You can take it. Fair enough.
I'll give it to charity too. I don't give a
I'm
shit.
sure those kids with cancer are going to really appreciate that 50 cents.
Listen, hey, if you don't have the funds, we'll set up a GoFundMe. We'll get this shit handled. We'll set it up.
Stop it.
All you have to do is show up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all you have to do.
I'm not looking at the chat. Cass, look at the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Chat. If I were to go down to Baltimore and beat this fucking faggot's asshole, tell me you wouldn't give money for that to come see that shit.
One for you would pay money. Oh no, Bash, let me do it.
Blinn, your Philly's slipping out.
One for.
I know my fucking Philly's slipping out. Fuck this fucking.
Hey, brother.
One for. Press one. Daniel Romano, shut your fucking whore mouth.
I need that audio
clip. Set it up.
Press 1. Audience, press 1 if you would totally pay to see the fight. Press 2 for no. Press 3 if you want to see his mom resurrect from the grave to throw him back in the dirt where he fucking belongs.
One if I had income. Well,
know your dad?
the local Mickey D's is always hiring.
Okay, Vash, sure.
Hold on, wait. You know what? That's a good question, Daniel. Do you know who your dad is?
Yes.
What happened to him? When did he die?
He died in 2018.
Did he disown you? He should have. I hope that fucking guy fucking put a bullet in his fucking mouth like fucking JRC3's dad did.
You know, you people live in this little insular community. You think everybody agrees with you, and it's just not the case.
No,
So do you, dipshit, Mister. Oh, the laws are gonna change to allow me to touch children.
You're in for a rude
Grass.
awakening.
I'm in for a rude awakening. You tell me how I'm in for a rude fucking awakening when we have society on our side and you're a fucking piece of garbage pedophile. You tell me how that fucking works.
We got okay. All right. We got a lot of 1s and 3s right now.
What the fuck is 3?
3 is if to resurrect his mom so she throws him back in the fucking dirt where he belongs.
Well, of course.
One is
no,
they.
No. You don't. Fuck his mom. His mom brought him back into the fucking house, knowing what a piece of shit he is. Fuck his mom.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Let's see. 1 is for essentially that they would totally pay to see this fighting event happen. So there's. I want to
see one. I want to see 1s in the fucking chat.
There's a lot of 1s
for me to beat. No, let's restart this. I'm looking at the chat now. If you want me to beat this fucking pedophile's fucking ass, you give me a 1 right now.
Yep.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm also gonna go ahead and say, I hope that you say the pimp's prayer before you actually go in every single match.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yo, quick question to chat. Anthony or Jenny, you mind giving that dipshit no-name James a bonk on the head with that wrench?
Who's Jenny? Wait, which person?
No-name
I
James.
think Jenny has wrench.
Okay.
Yeah, Jenny has wrench.
I have no idea who the fuck this is. Funny how
There was just someone in chat being
a ridiculous insular
If you want to
community.
see me beat a pedophile's ass, give me a hell yeah.
It's flat. No one else can understand and just act like it's everyday speech.
Shut the fuck up, faggot. Nobody
I
cares
would
what
like
you
to see a number 4 if Blinn should buy and wear this shirt to the match.
All right, so I do have one final question, and it's a bit of a remake of a question, but I figured it's the best way I can end all of this autism because we're at 3 hours and 30 minutes, and I'm not making this for 4. Okay, it's not worth it to go that long as it stands. So we're already an hour and over. So my question is, what are you happy with the shitty life you have lived, doing absolutely fuck all?
I've lived a fantastic life, and I'm living a life right now. Enjoy every minute of it. It's fun. I meet beautiful people. I love beautiful people. I annoy people like you. It's a wonderful.
You seem to
wonderful
see
life.
more about me than I have ever received about you, so that doesn't even make any sense. But okay. So
That's annoyance and more so just finding you pathetic.
yeah. So let's make this clear. You enjoy the fact that you are a whimpering, pathetic parasite who has never done a single thing productive in your life. That you live off of your mom's fucking insurance. You seem like you can't even afford basic $5 deodorant. At this point, I'm just convinced that essentially the only reason you're into talking shit on the internet and then bitching because it's the only thing that makes your life seem bearable. You're a disgusting little pedophile faggot. And I hope that when eventually you fucking shake off that mortal coil of yours, mortal coil of yours, that God gives you the punishment you fucking deserve. If not, then fuck him. Either way, I'm not exactly strictly on the religious beliefs myself. More Gnostic in some cases. But anyway, I hope you enjoy your shitty life. Cry and seethe, fucker.
Bald.
Hey, I say that we need to get Keemstar in on making this boxing match happen.
We'll talk about stuff later. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this autism. Was not planned on my part. He just decided to make demands, and this whole stream just happened the way it did. had another show planned, but we're pushing it for tomorrow. It's no big deal. I don't really give a fuck. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, Autism. I'm going to play a song, and I was going to save it for the show, but it's no problem. We'll play it tomorrow anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed this bullshit. Feel free to like, subscribe, share around the content, and make sure people are aware of this shit. You know, it just helps. It helps. YouTube is a bitch, so it helps. Anyway, I'll play this music, and after it's done, we're over with. We'll get back to our regular scheduled programming.
Jimmy on a beat, boy. Okay, groomer. Whatever you say, groomer. Okay, groomer. Yeah, groomer. Whatever you say, okay, groomer. Okay, groomer. Yeah, groomer. Whatever you say, groomer. Okay, groomer. Okay, groomer. Whatever you say, okay, groomer. G-R-O-O-M-E-R. Please, your pedo moves don't vibe with me. You're not slick, you make me sick. Please just delete your account quick. Okay, groomer. Whatever you say, groomer. Okay, groomer. Okay, groomer. Whatever you say, groomer. Okay, groomer. Okay, groomer. Whatever you say, groomer. Okay, groomer. Okay, groomer. Jimmy on a beat, groomer.
All right, actually, I'll do one more song because Blend just gave me a song to end it. So we're gonna do that. Give me a sec. All right, we'll have one more song.
Your father's fucking face! Alright!